Right. Should be live. That- And hello, hello. Welcome everybody to the stream. We have a tornado warning here in Kansas. And this is moving off to the north and east, about to pass over a monument. If you live in Monument, Kansas, and the Oakley area, you guys need to be in your safe spots. We have quite the supercell out here. This is also warned for some half-dollar sized hail. Let me check the tornado warning itself. Ping pong ball sized hail, actually. And spotters have reported a lowering there, and a wall cloud. So be in your safe spots. This storm has a decent area of circulation. And I'm going to try to see where all the chasers are. Like most of them are in Texas. Check Severe Studios, maybe. Jordan Hall's actually on this storm, I think. Let me see. Oh, that's north of him, I think. Yeah, he's down here. He's not even on this storm right now. I don't think there's anybody on this storm. We got any cameras out here? Check the cameras. Again, if you're just now tuning in, we have a tornado warning here in Kansas. It's in western Kansas, near Monument and Oakley. There's our area of rotation. That rotation is moving up to the north and east towards Monument, Kansas, and it's probably pretty close to Monument, Kansas right now. No reports yet that this is on the ground on this at this moment. Oh, there's actually cameras in the Oakley area. Let me get that up really quick. We'll go here, there. And there's Oakley camera. Oh my goodness. Strong winds with this storm as well. What does this one look like? It does not look like anything. What about this one? It doesn't show anything. And then what about this one? All right, so they're all kind of showing the same thing. Oh wait, there is something kind of back up in there, isn't there? Is that the wall cloud on the center of the screen? I think that might be it. Because it is kind of far from Oakley right now. Here in Kansas City. Yeah, Kansas City is not in the path of this storm. Let's see. Oh, by the way, we do have the search function now. Finally, after years of begging, it seems like, WeatherWise has added a search function. So when people ask about their cities, we can now search them, which is awesome. New update to our tornado warning. It is still radar indicated here. Latest scan, radar scan has come in. We actually have two little areas here of circulation. I think this one on the left, on the right side, is not the main area of circulation, but over here near Monument, that looks like our main zone there. One thing to note, though, there is a lot of hail in this area, a decent amount of ping pong ball sized hail in there. So it's going to be hard to kind of tell just how legitimate that rotation is. But we do have a view of it here. You can see just off in the center of the screen. Let me make this bigger. We can see it a little bit better. See, just off in the center of the screen, there is what appears to be a wall cloud on this storm. And we just got another tornado warning come in. Go check that out. Oh, wow. We have a tornado warning now north of Topeka. Not a whole lot of rotation on this guy. This must have been issued a while ago. Yeah. And that was issued a while ago. I don't know why. A little tiny area of circulation in there. Yeah, there was a little area of rotation. Oh, just a tiny bit right there. North of Topeka as well. This one looks like it's going to be a lot. This one is allowed to expire here. So this one is not even issued right now. They allowed it to expire 2 minutes ago. So I saw someone in chat say that. I was like, what? I didn't notice that. But it's already been expired since we started the stream. Let's see. How about Holton? Holton, what? You do need to still. I can't just search a city. You do still need to give. You do still need to give a state as well. I'm not seeing a tornado on that little. If that is the mesocyclone, which as far as I can tell, it is. It does not seem to have anything on the ground at this moment, but there doesn't really seem to be anything hanging down from that as well. Yeah, Topeka's tornado warning has been allowed to expire. As you can see, there was a tornado warning north of Topeka, but that has been allowed to expire. The weather-wise just waits until the actual warning itself expires. But this warning was issued, and they said that the storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer appears capable of producing a tornado, as you can see. But there's a lot of rain and a lot of thunder and lightning and maybe some hail in the Topeka area. Holton, you said DMs. All right, let me check the DMs. Let me see what's happening on the DMs. Taking shelter here in Oakley. Yeah, that's where our camera is right now that we're keeping an eye on. Outside of Oakley. Okay, so this is what, wow. This is what the mesocyclone looks like right now. I'm not really seeing a definite wall cloud, even from close up. But we definitely have a quite the stout updraft with this storm. I just posted that in the chat if you guys want to look at it. That is the Oakley storm that we just posted. Let me see if anybody else from Severe Studios is near the storm. I would assume Freddie McKinney might be up here. Nope, he is in Texas. You can tell who's in Texas and who's not by who has blue skies and who doesn't. Yeah, all of our chasers right now are in Texas. If anything happens down there, we'll use them. But we have a decent camera. I mean, in the area. This is just next to Oakley, and you can see that picture. Kind of looks like what we're looking at here. Not really much of a wall cloud on it yet. Definitely something to keep an eye on, as if that can spin up and drop something, it's going to come very close to Monument and then eventually close to Oakley. So Monument and Oakley, Kansas need to be continuing to be in their safe spots. A special weather statement means it's below severe limits, but still has some threats like pea-sized hail or like 50-mile-per-hour winds. Let me get my radar set up here. So when we come over here, we can keep on looking at the radar. And let's... Sure. This is one of those ones you have to refresh every now and then. Yeah, right back there. Just to the left of that one light pole.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That's going to be on our same storm here. Let's come back over to our big screen. It looks like it's the same thing. Radar indicated rotation, spotter reports of lowering, rotating wall cloud. Yeah, I don't think that rotating wall cloud is still there. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe that picture was old that I sent you guys. But as of right now, the rotation right now is getting a little bit broader, but still definitely worth keeping an eye on, especially for the Oakley area. It does seem like this little mesocyclone, the original one, has occluded, and we might have another handoff happening further to the south. So we do have to watch this area now to see if any more rotation can pop back up in there. It does kind of seem like we're getting a lot of rain around the storm right now, though. Lots of rain and hail. And there's ping pong ball sized hail in that storm. Also, there is another storm. I think it's in Texas down here. Let me just find where it is. We had a storm with tennis ball sized hail on it. I do want to talk. I guess it's in Kansas. Which one is it? Is it this one? 1.5-inch hail. Yeah, this one, tennis ball sized hail on this storm heading north of Scott City towards 4 and Manning, Kansas. And then back over here near Utica. Let me see what this one's warned for. Yeah, this one's also warned for tennis ball sized hail, and that's going to be coming towards Utica, Kansas in just a little bit. All these other ones are warned for either ping pong ball or 1-inch hail, just depending on which storm it is. We got another storm potentially trying to do the same thing that this one did a while ago, maybe a little bit more, kind of in that kind of more isolated. Maybe we'll have a better chance potentially of producing. I'm check back in with our camera. Yeah, still not seeing a tornado in there, as far as I can tell. But there's a lot of rain starting to wrap into this thing right now. You live in Topeka? Okay. Yeah, that warning has been allowed to expire. There's a lot of special weather statements happening in Topeka, but that's about it. A7. Well, let me tell you, man, it's pretty windy out here. Every now and then we get a pretty big old gust of wind through here. Yeah, but you're going to get all the way to day 10,000, Rusty. Maybe even longer. I'm taking the I'm not releasing any merch all the way to my deathbed. The latest scan, maybe a little bit tighter circulation here south of Monument. That CC scan really messed up there. What the heck? Something's wrong with the radar a little bit. Yeah, a little bit tighter circulation here south of Monument. That is still pushing up towards 40 and Oakley. Yeah. I will say though, after I die, maybe some RIP Evan merch. That'll be like the only time, So, to be announced soon, kind of. Not really soon. Hopefully not. Hopefully not soon. Another severe thunderstorm warning over here now, south of Topeka. That's going to be for 1.25-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Also, we have we had some severe weather back over here. We do still have a severe thunderstorm over here near Madisonville, north of Toledo Plains. Let me see what that's going to be for. That is for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Closed captioning? What do you mean? Do I think a strong tornado is possible today? Just really depends. I mean, this one kind of it kind of came close, but it didn't, right? You see, it really did. It had a pretty decent area of circulation when we started the stream. But no reports yet that this has been on the ground yet. So my confidence today in a tornado in general is pretty low because it's just kind of a weird, again, it's the mesoscale. Really just depends on what these storms try to do today. New update on our storm near Scott City. Wow. We are now at 3-inch hail on this storm. Geez, that's really big hail heading towards Manning. You guys need to be indoors and well away from those windows. Hey, thank you, Relic, for the 5. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Man, that is almost DVD sized hail on that storm. Jeez Louise. Yeah, Manning needs to be well away from those windows. My goodness. Yeah, there it is. DVD sized hail. I don't have anything for 3-inch hail, so all the 3-inch hail comes in as DVD sized hail. But so anywhere from 3 to 4, we'll show that graphic. That is crazy, though. Jeez Louise. That seems like something's happening underneath this storm. It is kind of interesting. It does kind of have that shape, like it's tapping into that shear environment a little bit. Doesn't seem completely elevated. It's a pretty slow moving storm. Wouldn't surprise me if this one also had some pretty decent hail. They might start putting on some like more individualized severe thunderstorm warnings. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, the members were just got done watching me cry on stream. I went live for members only. I was freaking trying to catch this storm that was nearby me, and there was an awesome shell cloud when I started, and then like this big old random blob of moisture came out of nowhere, just a bunch of scud off the mountain, and just completely covered my entire view. It was bull crap. Yeah, I'm feeling 100% right now. I'm wondering if my okay, that's gone. I'm wondering if my audio's messed up because I feel like a PDS severe thunderstorm warning should have been issued for this, right? Yeah, destructive. I don't know. That is a PDS severe thunderstorm warned storm though. All right, latest scan looks like this little rotation near Monument is losing its marbles almost completely. And speaking of marbles, this thing is dropping ping pong ball sized hail out of it north of Oakley. Let me see if that's still the case. Yeah, still warned for that ping pong ball sized hail. If it's bigger than baseball sized hail, or if it's stronger than or if it's 80 miles per hour and stronger, that is what warrants a PDS severe thunderstorm warning. PDS means particularly dangerous situation. You want to continue to keep an eye on this storm. It is pretty interesting. This one to the north, though, completely is elevated at this moment. This one really did try. That I mean, look at it. It had like that classic hook echo there for a little bit before it completely occluded, and now that rotation is on its way out. Came pretty close. Jordan Hall might be in that hail. Hold on, let me listen in. Jordan Hall. I think Jordan Hall is near Scott City. Yeah. I think he's like, yeah, he is in that 3-inch hail storm. Hello, hello. Can you come out of your safe spots? Are you in Oakley? I am not gonna shop that. Sorry. I don't even know what that means. I mean, if you're in this tornado warning, I would still stay there for now. But the good news is that that old circulation has completely died, and maybe a new one is trying to form here. I mean, this is the view out of the Oakley area. Let me just make sure it's current. As you can see, our little mesocyclone we were looking at for a while is now completely rain wrapped. Brain rot meme from the Minecraft movie. They made a Minecraft movie? That's pretty cool. Ping pong ball sized hail near Douglas and Shawnee. Where's Douglas? I think I spelled both of those wrong. Those weren't very helpful. Is this one ping pong ball size? Oh, it is this one. Okay. Yeah, I think that's Douglas and Shawnee County, south of Tecumseh. We now have ping pong ball sized hail just south of Topeka, and probably close to quarter sized hail falling in downtown Topeka right now. Thankfully, not a whole lot of rotation on this, but that hail core is getting quite big here, unfortunately. could cause a lot of damage in the Topeka area. Let me bring our camera back over into there. Ping pong ball sized hail. I think it might be a little bit bigger than that, though. Not gonna lie. Yeah, we really don't have any cameras like right next to this thing yet. Gonna come over really close to Tecumseh. Got a camera back over here. The heck? This camera is green. Is that what the storm looks like? The heck? No. Yeah, it seems like most of these are picture cameras. This one's not though. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know, but worth keeping an eye on that storm. That could be causing some decent sized hail there, especially if that moves up into the Tecumseh area. Topeka, Topeka, just Topeka. Watching from Olathe, Kansas. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Y'all really haven't had too many big severe weather events. Let's come back over here, where we have 3-inch sized hail on this storm still. Moving off towards the north and east, towards Manning, I think. Is that right? Yeah. It should go north of Manning, though. It's like really just in between Scott City and Manning. Topeka, yeah. We'll keep the radar on Topeka. And there's a lot of folks that live out there. Or Topeka. 4-inch hail is softball sized. 5-inch hail is the size of a DVD. 3 inches the size of an apple. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I need to make graphics for that much hail or for that big of hail. We don't get it that often, so I didn't think I'd need that many graphics for it. So I'll have to change those up. You live in North Topeka? Yeah, North Topeka. They're. Let me know if you're like getting hail out of that. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like pea-sized to quarter-sized hail, near like downtown Topeka and North Topeka. Olathe is Olathe, Olathe, Olethu, Orletha, or Olethu. Website do I use for cameras? I use this is Kansas 511. You just search it on Google and you'll find it. Yeah, latest scan for our tornado warning over here near Oakley. Looks like our rotation is still struggling on that storm, and I'm not really seeing a whole lot of rotation in any of these storms. But I think our main threat over here is going to be that hail, unless we see something else try to spin up. We'll see. Is there any No, there's not going to be any cameras in Scott or north of Scott. Well, there could be some north of Scott City. Let me see. Let me just double check. What is this? Shields. Be south of Oakley. Yeah. No camera near Scott City. I do want to see like what that northern hail is looking like in North Topeka. A mess. Just an absolute mess out here. Oh, wow. Yeah, pretty heavy rain in the Topeka area. I would definitely be watching out for some flooding as well. It's a lot of rain. What's going on there at this road? Well, it said that there's traffic, but there's not really much. All right, let's just make sure there's no updates on this. Still ping pong ball sized hail for this storm. Got a new update on our storm just to the west of Scott City, I guess. I don't know if this is a warning for both of them or if this is a new a new warning on this storm over here, but they seem to have dropped it down to 2-inch sized hail on that one. We did get another update on one of these guys. Yeah, it looks like they dropped these hails down to 1-inch hail on these two storms. This one back over here near Oakley, though, I think still carries, that ping pong ball sized hail with it. Op City. Is that what you guys call it? Is that for Topeka? Topeka? Is there any storms firing in Texas? Looks like storms are getting started in the Texas area near Dimmitt. Those are going to be trying to push towards Amarillo. And we have these storms back over here in the middle of nowhere, here near Pecos and Fort Stockton, over Barstow, Texas. These ones have a little bit of hail, $half sized hail on them. See, now some folks said Topeka, but now other people are saying Topeka again. All right, we just got a new update on our tornado warning. Looks like they have dropped this down to
A
1
new
inch
severe
hail.
thunderstorm watch has been issued.
New severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
And saw somebody standing across the street.
A new
Where is
severe
this guy?
thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Where's Beyond Storm Chasing Tornado Explorer? Let's see. I was going to search something. Totally forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, severe. Let me get that information on that new severe thunderstorm watch. There we go. Oh, let me get this up. That. Okay. So new severe thunderstorm watch. Couple tornadoes possible. Scattered hail of up to 2 inch size is possible.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Isolated gusts of up to 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible. That's going to be for Guyman, Perry, Dalhart. This is in Oklahoma and Texas, actually. Borger, Amarillo, Hereford, Talia, Childress, Plainview, Littlefield, Lubbock, and Brownfield are all in this new severe thunderstorm watch. Yeah, there you see it, sending all the way down into Lubbock and Brownfield. Alerts are very quiet. Yeah, it's because of the storm chasers have been so loud lately. I don't know. I gotta adjust them on YouTube so the alerts can still come through. Let's go check on the latest here on our tornado warning near Oakley, Kansas. Still a little bit of circulation there, but it's definitely still on the weak side of things. Still technically want Oakley to be in their safe spots. I wonder if that rain is cleared out and we can get another new view on this storm. I can't see nothing in Topeka. Come on, show us a storm. Nothing. Did Tornado Explorer answer me? You'll ask him. Okay. It's those pretty gusty winds out over here near Oakley. I mean, this is the camera in Oakley, Kansas. So I mean, I guess if anything happens near this camera, we'll see it. But as of right now, whatever's back in there, which is most likely either just like a mesocyclone or a wall cloud, appears to be rain wrapped at the moment. Yeah, it's still tornado warned, so I'd be in your safe spots. But I will tell you, just looking at the circulation on radar, it is definitely on the weaker end of things. But it still technically has rotation. No idea what I'm going to do for my thumbnail after this. I'm kind of panicking on that. As I went live really quick because this one got warned, but after this one's done, I'm going to have to figure out something. Might just do the old SPC Outlook thumbnail. Topeka? Could be. Let's come back over to our main view here. Come back over to the Topeka area. Yeah, it looks like we have had this drop down to $half sized hail now. And that is moving into Tecumseh. Not going to be as bad as that ping pong ball sized hail, but it'll definitely make some noise, maybe put a couple of dents in your car. Probably won't crack many windows unless you have some of those really thin windows. But a lot of rain and definitely some potential here for some flooding certainly exists. And there's a lot of chasers out there. All of the ones that we use are in Texas at the moment. I can get Pagey up. We'll get Pagey up. I don't know if I should spend any money on streamers today. So we might just stick with Pagey. Because she's our cheapest one.
Someone reported one.
Bring old Pagey up. Why not? Little Pagey Tornado. And Bryce Shelton. Where are they? Oh my gosh, they're in Fort Stockton? No. That's not there. No. It's the wrong storm. Yes, they did. He's in Holly, Colorado right now, and he says hi. Well, tell him hi back. What's going on in the old Colorado area? Where is he? Where's Holly? Is Holly over here? I'm assuming Storm Hunter Media would be back down here near Amarillo. We might just have to use him. I have worked with Connor Croft. We actually used to work with him quite a bit. But he has become too expensive for us. And the velocities are kind of lagging behind here. Let me just make sure that's a weather-wise issue and not just like the radar itself or like a data issue. Second, I'm gonna just cross-reference it to no, it's all right. I'll send him a message. Could be user error. Gotcha. Probably. No, it's not. I can tell you right now. Oh, there's the newest scan. All right, it's in. Yeah, over here, south and west of Oakley, still a little bit of broad circulation about to push into the city. That rain is clearing out. We should start to see this thing pretty dang shortly. Still don't see nothing though. There's a lot of rain. Trucks. Think about Kansas, man. It's a great place to chase. Always loved Kansas. Beautiful rolling hills in northern Kansas. North Vandover. Is that a Tesla truck? Man, that thing is ugly. Ah, honey, I'm going to Tesla. I'm going to go buy me a microwave-shaped car. Radar station. That will happen. That'll be our first merch. Our first merch will be a radar station. There we go. Get you some radars on our website. That'd be cool if they made like one that can like easily, that's like cheap and can go in a house. Rolling dumpster. Tesla Model Y. Yeah, I like the way that car looks. Car looks pretty cool. But the what is it called again? Shoot, I totally forgot. I just said it just a moment ago. Cybertruck. Yeah, the Cybertruck is just ugly. I'm still waiting on that latest velocity scan to come in, and actually just all the latest scans in general. Yeah, it looks like they did drop this down to hen egg sized hail for both of these storms now, heading up towards along 83, getting pretty close to El Cater. You put radar on a house, you're gonna have some issues. Probably too many trees. It'd have to be really elevated. Cybertruck looks like a dumpster on wheels. Yeah, it really does. It looks like a kitchen appliance. It just, yeah, I don't understand like what they were thinking with that one. Not a cool concept. Surprised. I've actually seen quite a few of them. Like, I'm surprised people actually bought that car. Like a double door Maytag fridge. It does. It's like you can cook some stuff in that car. Why do you have a Cybertruck in your kitchen? That's not a Cybertruck. That's just an oven. What are you talking about? This storm over here near Dimmitt is getting a little strong, Dimmitt. Go check back over with Topeka. We're still getting some pretty heavy rain. Oh, maybe some smaller hail in that storm. Main little hail core, though, over here is still warned for some. Looks like they're going to allow the severe warning to expire, actually. Interesting. So back to lightning and just mainly rain and wind and some smaller hail. They actually work well. I mean, so does a regular. Jeez Louise. That storm we were watching earlier is hitting. I just got a really close lightning strike. That scared the crap out of me. Yeah, the moisture's not the greatest. Let me bring up the meso analysis. Let's go look at what we're dealing with. It's been loading really slow for me, the meso analysis. I don't know why either. Now look, it's been like this for like the past 10 seconds. Is anybody else having that same problem? Or is that just a skill issue? Expired yet? All right, looks like they are allowing, by the way, they are allowing this tornado warning to expire. So now I got to figure out what the heck I'm going to do for my thumbnail. I guess we'll just do like this. Keep it nice and simple and easy because I don't feel like drawing. Oh my goodness. What is that shape? What does that even look like? Use the brain. Oh no. Kind of looks like a leg with like a really big kneecap. I don't know. It doesn't look like anything, to be honest. All right, let me take off these warnings. And then, yeah, I guess we'll do a little screenshot. Oh, wait, I got to take off the has cams too. Got to clear it out. Has cams off. Nice, simple thumbnail. Dun, 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 making a thumbnail. All right, it's coming. Give it give it time. Give it time. Where is it? The heck? Which one is it? Is it this one? No. This one? No. This one? There we go. Hey, take that off. Why is it so big? It doesn't even show the image. What is going on? I was going to show you guys the process. Where's the image? There is an image here, and it's not showing up. Okay. That's not it. Does that not work? That's not it. That is so weird. Hello? Oh, that's lame. It's not even showing the same thing that's on my screen. Oh, I know what'll fix this. Here, we'll do this, that, and then we'll go display capture. How about that? How about them apples? This one. Yes. Take that. Stupid OBS. All right, what are we going to do for this thumbnail? I guess we'll just do the severe risk. I could really like using radar, though. Maybe we'll do like a radar screenshot. Like, would that work with like all the severe thunderstorm warnings in Kansas? Then what if these ones become severe warned? All right, we'll just do, I guess, what was planned. It's gonna look ugly though. Ugh. That's horrible. It looks so ugly. No, I'm not doing that. We'll just do that other idea, huh? That. Just give me a second, guys. We're having a little bit of a crisis here because I rushed to do this thumbnail. We'll just expand it if we get more. We'll just remake the thumbnail like 1,000 times, I guess. I don't think that's wide enough. I gotta like screenshot it. There we go. Bring that into Photoshop. That is not the right thing, sir. What the heck? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying to do it speedy. There we go. Jeez Louise. Took forever. Jeez, my computer is struggling so bad. It is a struggling. Does not like having OBS and this. Oh, that's horrible, man. Jeez Louise. What am I gonna do? This is just a crisis. I am not good at making thumbnails on the fly. Okay, it needs to be more zoomed out. That's what it needs to be. I guess I could keep it as it is, but then it's. Oh, sorry. All right. This is frustrating. All right, maybe if we zoom it out like a little bit more, this could work, maybe. Or on the right side, and more space around the center. About that. Okay. Small. And that's still not great. Why? I guess we'll just leave it as it is. Can't though. I can't do that. It's not true. I have to zoom out even more. But now it looks funky. All right, we'll try one more time, and then I'm just giving the frick up. This could be somewhat decent. Okay. Man. I'm just going to put a camera raw filter on it. Contrast about 34%. And then boost the vibrance. That look. I still don't like it. All right. I'm gonna have to ponder on that one for a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it, man. It looks horrible. All right, latest here on the storms. No more tornado warnings out here. Just severe thunderstorm warnings. And it seems like the hail sizes are a dropping. Yeah, our biggest hail is currently over on this storm now north of Scott City. And that's going to be for 1 point. So we still have potentially ping pong ball sized hail heading towards El Cater, moving up to the north. Okay, at the very least, I got to change my title back. Yeah, but like, you know, you can't just willy-nilly make a thumbnail, right? You gotta spend some time on it. What does our tornado risk look like? Maybe we'll do that. Just the tornado risk. So small. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I think I'm just gonna make like a regular thumbnail. I guess. Also, we got severe thunderstorm warning down here as well. Here near Hugo Tim for 1 inch hail mainly, and then back over here near Hardesty, we have another $half sized hailstorm heading up towards Hardesty. Make sure you're indoors and away from windows. And then back over here in the middle of nowhere, we got a couple of storms. This one's diving down to the south. I think Pagey's trying to stay up with this one. She's just about to come into Fort Stockton. Make sure we're current. Never mind, they went north out of Fort Stockton. So they are not following that storm. Do not know where they are going. Unfortunately, though, if they would have went south of Fort Stockton, they would have eventually hit the Texas-Mexico border. Yes, we can finally look up cities. Topeka is completely in the clear now. I mean, there's still rain and thunder, but in terms of like large hail, yeah, you guys are going to be good. Unless another storm forms in the backside of this. It is thundering outside. It's nice. Nice base on the storm in Fort Stockton. I guess. I haven't seen it. Amarillo. Yeah, Amarillo will eventually have some storms down over here. I guess we can get storm runner media. Fine. I'm caving. Let me see what the storms look like.
Oh, look at you, little.
What did he say? I think I muted it right when he said the F word.
Radar. Might be starting to develop a mezzo in there.
Swear I muted it and then I heard So I think he said the F word. Fine. We'll bring up the old storm runner media. I'll do it. Oh my gosh, look at his stream. I'm just kidding. That's his stream starting soon. What if there's ever going to be like a nowcaster that like uses old tornado videos to gain more views? That would be wild. Birds Outbreak and Mega. Yeah, I'm honestly just like I'm done with like thinking of titles and stuff. I think I'm gonna try to go like the. Oh my gosh, look at all those Amazon packages on their way. My goodness. But yeah, I mean, it's just getting super annoying. Everybody's just like super mega huge. You know, it's like huge storm is coming. This storm is about to cause big problems. The weather's about to be way different, even though all the storms that are going to be happening are still happening in the same place. It's like, golly, shut up. It's so annoying. Like I'm just getting tired of it. Like I regret the fact that I like watch tornado videos. Because I watch tornado videos, I get recommended that crap content. And yeah. Got a 2-inch hail warning. Which one was that for? And so yeah, I'm just constantly annoyed by all these freaking clickbaiters, man. It's just like, shut up. Jeez Louise. Just be truthful for one freaking time. Not every storm is a huge storm. This one? No. Which one got 2-inch hail warned? This one? Must have been one of these. There we go. An egg-sized hail. West of Wink, heading up to the north. So watch out. That's some dangerous storm there, south and or just to the west of Kermit. It sounds, yeah, it certainly does. Doesn't make it not annoying. About Kansas City. Kansas City does have a little complex coming. A little storm complex coming your way. I'd watch out. It's like a little bit of an outflow boundary sinking down to the south. South of Osage City, heading into Linden. A little bit of a severe thunderstorm warning was issued over here for 1-inch hail. Runner's got quite the cloud on his stream. This is the one that is just north, or just to the south and west of Amarillo, I think. Like in between Hereford and Dimmitt, Texas. It's just annoying, is all it is. It's just annoying. It's just like, shut up. Golly. Like they have to look like 8 days out in the future just to shout about something. And it's like everybody already knows that like we don't know what's going to happen with that storm. So how the heck do you know it's going to cause big problems? Like I try to keep my mouth shut on it, but it's just so constant. It's like, I don't know. Just it frustrates me. Like Chaz begging for treats all day. You know, I can deal with Chaz. I can't deal with that stuff like at all. 1-inch hail warning issued a little bit further to the west here for Sharon Springs here in Kansas. Not every time, but every now and then I think about it, and I mean it needs to be talked about. What, are we just like not gonna call people out for lying straight to like people's faces? Is that the kind of, okay? I mean, fine. That's what you want. I guess everybody in chat can just say whatever they want. Go ahead, because we're supposed to keep our mouth shut when people do bad things. And this one north of Dimmitt, Texas, is still trying to get its act together, but it is struggling at the moment. But I think it's gonna make a run for a big hailstorm here. Seems like it's trying to mature. Let me get Storm Runner Media underneath me. Let me make sure we're current on them as well. There we go. All right, flight. Well, you can do the exact same that your screen name says, and take a flight. See you later. Don't care. If you don't like it, go away. Don't have to watch. Gary, welcome. All right, latest scan out these storms. Still keeping an eye on them. They are kind of slow moving though, so kind of hard to give constant updates about them. Definitely still some hail. But we're not really talking about anything super crazy right now. There's a lot of 1-inch hailers out there right now. This one over here is still warned though for ping pong ball sized hail north of Scott City. I do really want to change my thumbnail. Let me work on it in the background, I guess. I do need to get that done. That NATO warning expired. Even though I guess I'll just do like my typical style. You know, this storm or the risk area is kind of a mess. But... All right, do that. We'll just go over here since I'm doing it. There, we'll just real quick so everybody can follow along everything that I do. I don't think I'm going to include like the northern part of this risk because it's not going to fit on my thumbnail. Oh, shoot. I'm moving the wrong dang thing. Almost messed it up. That. Perfect. Now we'll draw the risk. Kind of, I guess. Include little parts of Iowa. As far as I can go up in that direction. Okay. And then I need to move this over. That. There. Size it. Give me a second, folks. We'll get back to the coverage. I promise. I just gotta get this all lined up and working. Smush this a little bit. Can't make it bigger. I just want it to like add flair to it, but maybe make it bigger and then smush it. Yeah, works. Fine with me. Resize it so it fits properly. That'll be good enough. A little bit rushed, but don't really have a whole lot of time. That does that. That. And then I thank Jared for becoming a Wimdy member. And then we got to come over here, browse and bridge. Come over to here because I already have the proper color or color balance, I guess it's called. On this thumbnail, so I move this over to here. And then just gives it a little bit of pop. There we go. That, export. Perfect. Okay. And that's what you get for rushing a live stream. Got to make a thumbnail live on air. That'll do. China Big Mad. Oh yeah, I made that. I made that for my friend. That like I wanted to do like a political channel, and I helped my friend start it, but I've kind of decided, well, I don't have any time for one, and so I've pretty much just given my friend complete freedom in that channel, and he can do whatever he wants with it. He's doing pretty decent. I don't necessarily agree with his opinions on everything, but I help him out with thumbnails every now and then, and little how to do YouTube and stuff. Oh wow! Look at this storm from Storm Runner Media. Got a rainbow on there. How am I feeling? I'm feeling pretty darn good. Just wanted that having that tornado warning on my thumbnail was bugging me a lot. A dirty rainbow. I guess you could say yes, yes. Making a right turn. Okay. Let me check that out. It is interacting with a little boundary. Broad circulation with it right now. It's really not making a right turn. It's kind of just like stalling, to be honest. But maybe it tries to push down to the south after that. Another one over here as well. But that one did a little bit of a right turn. I think what's happening here is that we got a little boundary here sinking down to the south. You see it right there. Starts up here, moves down to the south. And these storms are kind of latched onto it right now. There might be a little bit of like extra vorticity around in this area. Let me check if freaking SPC meso analysis will actually load. I don't know what's going on with it. It's been taking it forever to load recently for me. Bring up the surface vorticity map. Yeah, there's a lot of vorticity because of this little outflow boundary here. So, I mean, definitely can't rule out a tornado. With this little guy over here. Lots of 3K surface vorticity. which is probably why we had a little tornado warning there north of Topeka earlier today. Ooh, looks like Storm Intermediate is getting some hail. This is the storm near Dimmitt, Texas. Oh man, this is so far behind. The heck.
It's still nice to see that this thing is moving to the.
We'll watch this for a little bit, but I gotta get this current again. There we go. I hate it when it does that.
You're not stuck, right? Yeah, no, you're good.
Let me make sure page is current. Okay. I don't know. I still haven't figured out what causes that on OBS.
If I would have like hit the brakes a little too hard, I was definitely sliding off the road. And I'm like, no.
My goodness.
Severe warning, $50.60. They got this box moving northeast.
All right. Yeah, so they did just severe warn this storm. That's going to be for Hereford and Canyon, Texas. It's south of Amarillo. Not a whole lot of rotation on it, but they did warn it for some $50 sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to be heading up to the north and east. Guys need to be indoors and away from windows. There's small chances for tornadoes today. Yeah, it's a mesoscale environment, so little mesoscale accidents. We've got to watch out for that. Like how these storms are interacting with this boundary here. There's really not like let me check how much lower level shear we have. Yeah, I mean, back over here in Kansas, it just changed. There it is. Back over here in Kansas, there is a little area of 30-knot shear. Let me check our surface obs. Yeah, I mean, we're only talking about like dew points in the 50s, so these storms should stay elevated. Probably a pretty low chance there. But back over here out in front of this line, it's pretty interesting. Not a whole lot of shear, but a lot of backing at the surface. And there's a lot of vorticity out there. So definitely got to keep an eye on these guys. I don't think the tornado chance is super elevated, but a little bit of something spinning up over here south and east of Osage City. Not sure if that's a legitimate signal or just a lot of hail. Kind of looks a little blocky to me, if you ask me. Also, a lot of hail around that. Not sure if that's a legitimate signal south of Osage City, but they might throw a NATO warning on this just to be safe. Let me check from this radar. Yeah, from this radar, it doesn't even show up at all. Check from Wichita. Wichita kind of shows it. I'm thinking we got a little bit of contamination here. Not sure if that will resolve itself over time, but definitely got to keep an eye on this guy just in case. Other storms in this area. Not a whole lot of rotation with them right now. Severe thunderstorm warned for 1-inch hail now near Osage City, heading towards Linden, Kansas. This is the storm that Storm Intermediate is on. This one over here near Dimmitt. And there is some chances for these storms to be tornadic as well. They're pretty low chances, but chances nonetheless. Anticyclonically, no. That's going in that direction, and the green would be going towards the radar. So that's cyclonic. But that is if that is a legitimate signal. And I don't really think it is at this moment. I think we're definitely dealing with some sort of contamination there. But they might have no chance or no choice but to warn it. Well, just because it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds with this guy. They just expanded this a little bit further to the south and north near Pomona Lake and Barclay here in Kansas. There's a supercell near Castle Rock, Colorado. Where's Castle Rock? Is that this? Oh, yeah. There is a storm there. Not really much of a well, they just severe warned it. It's going to be going off to the east towards Elbert. Not really sure of the environment out here. Dew points are really low. Why is that? Does anybody else have issues loading the SPC meso analysis? I mean, I'll look at it as soon as it loads, but it's taking forever. Not a whole lot of instability in Colorado. Take the vorticity out. And there's a decent amount of vorticity back over near this storm right now, and a little and 53K. I would say that your tornado potential is probably very low with this guy. Probably more of a hail threat if I had to guess. Maybe like a little bit of a land spout threat with it as well. Wow. Storm Runner Media getting another pretty cool view of the storm here south of Amarillo, Texas. I think they're about to point towards something. What is that? That looks like a funnel, but I can't tell.
Very, very interesting right there.
They need to zoom into it so we can see if it's rotating.
God, I wish there was more county roads out here.
There's really not a whole lot of motion in those clouds as far as I can tell. And the base of the storm seems pretty elevated. Maybe it's more of the beginning of a... There's actually a little bit of rotation. I can tell a little bit. You see on the top left, moving to the right, and
the fact that it's already trying is telling.
It's re-centralizing its rotation to the right. Re-centralizing its rotation on the right there a little bit now, I think.
What a storm. It's a cool looking storm.
Yeah, definitely right there.
Maybe, I don't know if that's a funnel or not. I would say it's suspicious. For sure.
I wonder how far you...
A barking dog? Why does that dog sound like Chad?
There is that highway that's right here.
This is the storm north of Denton, Texas.
Rapid
By the way.
rotation underneath that base. My goodness, the lightning's picking up underneath the updraft
Rapid
base, too.
rotation? There is not rapid rotation. There is some rotation, but it's not rapid.
Very nice inflow going into about 25, 30 miles.
Brandon does that so often, though, I will say. I think any rotation he sees, he just calls it rapid rotation. It's rapid. It is fun though to kind of over dramatize storms when you're storm chasing. I did it a little bit today. We called cows wedge cows today when I was live for the members. There actually is a little bit of rotation. Not rapid, but there is some. Maybe. Might be side lobe, but that's the storm they're on right there. You can see it. It is kind of making a little bit of the like an eagle look. Might be a right split coming off of it there too. What the heck? Is that coming down? What is that? Is that Scud?
Passes trees. Watch for ground simulation.
I don't know what my handheld radio is. We're doing Fox that this thing is trying to produce right now.
Can't tell if that's a funnel or just Scud. Kind of looks like a funnel. Maybe the rotation was rapid. And that spits out a tornado.
That is
I cannot tell.
That may produce. At the very least, it's a nice wall cloud development. Let's go get under this sucker.
A little feathery for a tornado or a funnel, but it keeps on trying to reach down.
This is insane.
I do not know what that
It
is.
looks like it's almost coming here. Based on other
It might just be a wall cloud forming.
I got another mile. That's my only west option. Other than that, we got
It did look like a funnel there for a second, but now it looks like more like a wall cloud, so I'm guessing that was just Scud. Or just like the beginning, the small stages of a wall cloud. Man, if this thing produces, though, there's like no rain around it. That would be crazy.
If it's moving due east, then this red option is too far.
Well, wall clouds all start somewhere, and they usually start off pretty small. We need to get closer. If they could like zoom into it, that would help.
Yeah, we did get a severe box.
You see, it keeps on forming little fingers, it's kind of.
Severe warned this down here for
It might be like a mixture between a wall cloud or a wall cloud and a funnel forming at the same time. I don't know.
Rain wrap for my
Didn't freeze. That's on my end. Come on, refresh. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Give me a second. I gotta reload it. What? What is this?
You now made it. Said you now made it to the road.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Or definitely thinks about it. It's got a really nice hook on it all of a sudden.
And on this thing, there's a lot of rotation. There's just nothing concentrated at the moment. No funnel.
Yeah.
It's not trying to produce.
It looked like one a moment ago, but
Yeah,
it does seem
I
like
thought
that
it was
must
there
have
for a
just been the
minute, but it
beginning of
fell apart.
a funnel. I mean, a wall cloud,
Got me.
which is starting to lose some of its shape.
I was debating on what road I wanted to take. I started to go
Very interesting, to say the least.
Towards that further west one because I thought it was.
Oh, I forgot. They're going to be really loud, aren't they? Hold on.
All these roads out here are just like
Yeah.
great, so.
Lower the volume.
Gotta be careful on the dirt out here. Might be trying to do what it did a little bit. It's like a mini.
Keep our eye on it. This is the storm near south and west of Canyon, Texas, north of Dimmitt, Texas. Not a whole lot of rotation yet, but we don't have the latest velocity scan on this thing. But it definitely appears to be trying to form a wall cloud at this moment, and you can tell it definitely is interacting with that shear, turning more supercellular here as well. Kind of looks like like it's got a little bit of a hook to it. That'll be moving up towards Canyon. This is warned for $0.5 sized hail. It might be dropping again. I don't see anything.
Are now too.
Man, this thing's looking nice.
There are no roads. I mean, I got one in 1.6.
Let's go, guys. If you guys haven't hit that like button, make sure you guys.
But yeah. It's looking like an interesting storm. We'll see what it does. There is a little bit of a tornado chance down there, so it's not completely impossible. Also, some ping pong ball sized hail is now being warned for this storm. About to exit out of the Texas area into the panhandle here of Oklahoma near Hardesty. And then we get this guy up here, just got a new severe thunderstorm warning near Cactus. For that $0.5 sized hail, Dumas, Dalhart, and Strafford all need to be indoors and away from windows. Let's come check back in with this storm over here near Colorado. Wow, this one's actually got a little bit of a hook to it too, but thankfully not a whole lot of rotation on it yet. Mainly still just a hail threat with that 1-inch hail now north of Ebert. What is that? Is that more scud? That's more scud. Not really seeing anything yet that's like sticking out to me as like a like you can definitely tell there is some rotation in there.
Yeah,
Like right in that area, actually.
Getting a lot of rising motion. It's kind of lag.
That's actually a decent amount of rotation. You can see on the right side it's moving to the left, and then the sign closest to us it's moving to the right. There is a little area of concentrated rotation. There's another little area over there doing the same thing.
No, you're right. Look at it.
Well, because that area is rotating too.
That's rising as well.
There's two areas of rotation.
Yeah, we might be
One
getting a
right
storm
here,
split.
And then there's another one that like right there. You guys can see both of them on the roof camera actually.
That one looks more convincing back there, but on the right side. Look at that. That's definitely got a little bit of rotation to it.
Come on, baby, put one down. We're right here.
Not rapid, though. Not rapid, yeah. I
I
mean,
mean right past
but
the
it is
power
rotating.
pole, I mean, you can see a little lowering on that right here. From their vantage point.
Yeah, it's not really the center of rotation.
Yes, this is Texas. This is south and west of Amarillo, north of Dimmitt, Texas. Kind of near the
hard to
Canyon,
tell,
Texas
guys.
He's
area.
definitely thinking about it, guys. And look, there's mergers coming in from the south. There's a merger coming into the south that's gonna hopefully, well, it might actually really help
A
the
new
storm
tornado
to
warning
get
has
the
been
extra
issued.
oomph that it needs.
A new tornado warning has been issued. That's in Kansas. For this storm right here. Oh, wow. A little blocky appearance to it, but there is some circulation developing on this storm. Moving up towards 4. It's going to be towards Healy, Kansas. I think, let me just make sure this isn't confirmed. Yeah, radar indicated with some golf ball sized hail. I think Jordan Hall would be near this. Jordan Hall is right next to this storm, so if it tries to produce, we'll use his stream. Oh, man. Yeah, this storm actually has a decent amount of rotation to it. All right, I'll set a goal for an hour. On. Oh, it's not like an actual money goal. It's just how many super chats. And it's going to be $50, so we'll bring them up. I'm here. Well, I'll wait. I will wait. He's got a really good view on it. There is some rotation there, but there's nothing on the ground. If it does try to drop something, we'll switch to him. But yeah, if you live in again in Healy, Kansas, just be in your safe spots. Yeah, it's 50 for 1 hour. So I'm gonna want to wait until it like tries to produce. Has the tornado touched the ground yet? No, there's no tornado on his screen right now. I'm watching it though. If one does drop, we will switch over there super quick. This is the view from Texas of this storm. This storm is like, it really is not moving in Texas like at all. It's kind of crazy. It's still kind of in the same spot. If I play this, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And it's kind of just stalled out right now with a merger coming into from the south into the storm here, just north of Dimmitt, about to push into that storm. A little bit of area of rotation is starting to show up on this storm here, south of Hereford, Texas. That could try to produce eventually. Definitely need to keep an eye on it on Storm Runner's feed there. All right. Do we have the latest scan for this? We do. The latest scan has that rotation now in between 4 and 96. And it's still moving technically kind of east-northeast. Does seem like a little merger is coming into the storm right now, which might make it kind of hard to see much. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are in this area, just be in your safe spots. There's no tornado on the ground right now. We have visual on the storm right now. And I'm keeping a close eye on it. I would be in your safe spots though, just because there's a decent little area of rotation in there. It does seem, however, a little bit contaminated. And latest out over here, looks like they allowed that severe thunderstorm warning to expire, and they're going to replace it with a special weather statement. The line of storms is about to come into the Kansas City area. It's going to be loud, but not a whole lot of severe weather with this guy right now, thankfully. Man. Runner. Listen in to the chatter. See what it's all about.
Yeah, but
I'm scared. Is it just because the base is slowly getting closer to us, or is it falling apart?
I don't think it's falling apart.
Okay.
Why do you think that?
It's getting a merger right now, so it's gonna either start looking a lot worse, or that merger is either gonna help the storm.
Yeah, there's been
Yeah, there's like 2 areas of rotation right now, one north, one south.
Right here and right there.
There's your other area.
New, better looking area appears to be north of the road.
Yeah. It's up here.
Oh yeah, no, there it is.
There is a little bit of circulation there. As you can see, though, it's not really moving too much.
It's not like immediate, but
Very nice. We're completely calm right here. Wind has just stopped. We are completely calm right now. No winds at all.
No wind. That's wild.
It is extremely still. The grass isn't moving. Nothing. Nothing is moving.
I think it may be shifting its mezzo north.
A little eerie.
Yeah, it might be trying.
It is kind of trying. There's definitely a little area of rotation in there. I mean, you can't say it's not rotating.
I see it on radar.
And also the radar shows it as well. Let me come over to here.
What's about to undergo a merger?
You can see wind coming in that way, wind going around in that little area of circulation right in there. And this storm is pretty much stalled.
Right there.
It's getting a merger, and it seems like that merger might be going into a kind of a favorable area of the storm. We'll see. Again, this is that storm over here north of Dimmitt. This one over here near Dumas probably is doing something similar as well.
There's Brandon.
Both of them have severe warnings on them.
I mean, it's right there. We don't need to move.
For some $50 sized hail, golf ball sized hail now for the Andrew, Texas storm.
I don't think it's about to do anything imminent. So
Is that this one?
I can show you guys the.
Or is that
merger
south?
that it's
Way
supposed
far
to be
south.
taking
Yeah, I think it's one of these
place early.
storms.
Yeah, that could be potentially helping
Oh.
it. Show you guys
That
this
one, yeah.
cumulus. This is
Out of
heading
Texas
up
going into
the direction of
southeastern
the
New
storm,
Mexico near
which has been
Jow.
sitting here. So
Let's go check back in with our tornado warning over here.
could help it.
Still not a tornado
Could be
on the
running
ground
into the
yet with this storm as
which
far
we're
as
sitting
I
up
can tell.
underneath,
Let me
so
check. Like Jordan's about to get... Oh my
once it,
goodness. But
completes
there
that
is a
process,
pretty large lowering
never know what's gonna happen.
with this storm right
I can tell
now.
you
It
what's
looks like
happening
it's
now,
kind of
though.
close
We're
to
being
producing.
swarmed by mosquitoes.
So watch out out there. If it does produce, we will switch over to Jordan Hall. But it's like almost like a bowl funnel on this storm, heading over towards 4, towards Healy. If you live in Healy, still continue to be in your safe spots. This thing kind of looks like it's close to producing. Jordan looked at it for like literally 0.5 seconds. He's not looking at it anymore. I think he's in some hail and he's trying to get out of it. Can I search spotters? Yeah, Jordan's on it. I'm watching his stream right now. But there isn't, as far as I can tell, there's not a tornado on the ground right now, so I'm just waiting. If it does drop, we'll definitely bring him up. Man. Little nub underneath that thing. But man, there's like so little motion on this storm right now. It's kind of crazy. It's like a slow-mo mesocyclone. Very slowly getting its rotation together. You'd almost think this is a photo, honestly. Doesn't show Jordan's live. He's live on Severe Studios, which is his company. Latest scan still kind of seems a little bit side loby. I would assume this is probably our area of interest, really actually back into here. And I would assume that this is just a side lobe mess. And that is just south of 4, heading up into Healy still. Still does not appear that there is a tornado on the ground at this moment. It is not on the ground yet. Or chasers are. Oh yeah, that's pretty smart. Yeah, it's probably not on YouTube. I think he streams like specifically for like his company. And then he like licensed that out to like other people like me. Yeah, that's the latest on this storm. Please continue to be in your safe spots there. Let's come back down to here. Storm has 1 inch hail heading up into Deer City or Deerfield, and then east of Garden City, we have this storm pushing off toward the north and east towards 156. And then we got this guy over here near Tribune as well with that 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds going into that area as well. Horace and Tribune there in Kansas. Back over a little update on this storm south and east of Guyman near Hardisty. We have a ping pong ball sized hail with this storm moving up into Hardisty. Here eventually they're in the pink and black. That is your hail core. I can't tell. Did Storm Runner Media's feeds freeze again? Or is it just that? Oh my gosh. It's just the clouds are moving that slow. Like you can see his anemometer. It is not moving at all. That is so odd. Thank you, Coach CJ, for becoming a WIMD member. I thought it was, oh, now it's spinning. A little bit of wind's coming in. What does that mean? Was that possible with no wind? Well, the wind's not at the surface. It must be aloft. Back over here, a little bit further up to the north, max hail sized up to $half sized hail. This storm is actually starting to rotate a little bit now, moving up towards 87. And then this one back over here, this is the one that Storm Runner Media is looking at. A whole lot of rotation in there just yet. South of Hereford, still moving up to the north and east into Canyon. It is getting some mergers, which might be what it needs, or maybe that keeps it a little bit less active. Usually with these kind of storms, you need a little bit higher dew points than what we have. I think we're talking about in the 50 dew points. Yeah, we're in the 50 dew points. It is possible that these, eventually try to form a little bit of an outflow boundary, and if they can latch onto that, that could, eventually produce a tornado. But, we'll see. With this storm back over here, I can still say with confidence that we do not have a tornado ongoing with this just yet. But if you live, again, in Healy, you still need to be in your safe spots. Manning is getting a lot of that hail right now. Probably still good to be in your safe spots here in Manning as well. Whole area of rotation is still kind of over you. The storm really isn't moving too fast. This one's also warned for that golf ball sized hail. So make sure you're indoors and away from those windows. Back? Well, welcome back. Thank you, Kiri, for becoming an Windy member. Thank you so much. We're keeping a close eye on it. The good news is that we do have a chaser that is on this storm that we can use. So if it does drop a tornado, we'll be able to give you guys visual on it real quick. But I'm not going to switch to him unless there's a tornado on the ground. We in any trouble in Ottawa? What city is, or what state is that? Is that isn't that Iowa? Yeah. We do actually have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings here in Iowa as well. This one up here is for $half, or not $half, ping pong ball sized hail. That's going to be heading up towards Guthrie Center. Back over here, we're starting to get some severe warnings on these storms near Conrad, near Baxter, and also Dysart here. Those are for ping pong ball sized hail as well. Wow. Almost all of these are for ping pong ball sized hail. This one's over here north of Newton is for that $half sized hail. Far Eastern Kansas? Oh, like over here? So that's in Kansas. Let me search it. Ottawa. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, I mean, you got some decent storms coming your way. Could pose some hail threats, some damaging wind threat. It can't be completely ruled out with this line of storms, and they should eventually come into your area, probably within the next 45 minutes to an hour. These are kind of slow-moving storms at the moment. Let's come back down to the south here. And this storm is still struggling quite a bit south of Hereford, Texas. Seems like that merger kind of hurt it more than helped it, because you could see it was trying to wrap up, and then it kind of stopped as soon as that merger came in. So that was a deconstructive merger there. And potentially another storm forming to the south of Dimmitt now. I have to keep an eye on that as well for a hail threat, mainly a hail and damaging wind threat. And some circulation still exists with this storm, potentially over there near Channing. We got now Hennig-sized hail with this storm near Guyman, heading towards Hardisty. That's for that 2-inch sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to be moving up to the north and east at the moment. So watch out there. Still at Hardisty. Again, this is another one of those slow-moving storms. You'll probably be able to see it, and be able to see it for at least 15 to 20 minutes before you even get that hail core. But I would certainly be indoors and away from windows, just in case. You never know. You never know. Good evening, good evening. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Anthony. Thank you for becoming a WIMD member. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you right now, there is not a tornado on the ground near Healy. I can tell you that right now. I'm keeping an eye on it. There definitely is an area of rotation, though, nearby. So I would still continue to be in your safe spots. Bottom line, whether there's a tornado or not, the storm is going to be dangerous for you. I mean, we're going to be talking about hail of up to baseball-sized hail. I'm not baseball. What am I saying? Golf ball. Wrong ball. Wrong ball. Yeah, a golf ball-sized hail. And that's going to be there in the pink and black. Sorry about that. Thank you, Anthony, again, for a $10 donation. Thank you. Or this time. Thank you. For taking the time to look at that for me means a lot. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. That's a good trade. If everybody donated to me after I answered their city, we would never have to worry about having to pay for storm chasers. But thank you. Any hail size of any ball is going to be dangerous? No, yeah, ping pong ball. Yeah, I guess that's the smallest one. Let's go check back over south and east of Denver. Still have this severe thunderstorm, warned storm with some $half sized hail heading towards Fondas. And that is the latest across the board. We'll come hold this in this area for now. What happened to all the vorticity? Can't be accurate. Oh, it is. Wow. Heck. Where there was more. Isn't there more vorticity down here? In Texas? There wasn't. And there's like zero vorticity in Texas right now. Those stores are probably going to struggle to produce, if I'd be honest. I do also want to check out the SRH as well. Load. I got one song in particular stuck in my head. That dun, 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 dun. Yeah, all of our storm relativity is up here in Kansas. The environment actually really sucks for tornadoes down there in Texas. If that'll make you guys feel any better down there. Ping pong ball sized hail for Tama, Iowa. It's going to be this storm over here. Just got a little update on it. Ping pong ball sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds just east of Toledo heading towards Dicer. But what was weird? Oh, yeah. Let's go check back in with Ottawa. Because there actually is a little bit of a tornado chance down here, but not very elevated. You guys do have a decent amount of vorticity in the area due to that boundary. So if any of these storms can latch onto it, which they'll struggle to, given the fact that we have so many. But some hail is going to be possible, damaging winds, 1-inch hail potentially with that storm. It looks like that's going to go south of Ottawa, though. Also got another bit of this line about to move into DeSoto and Fairmont, eventually going to be making its way into Kansas City and Overland Park. So just be ready to go. Definitely don't want to be outside, but other than that, as long as you're inside, you should be all right. Is Lawrence chill? Lawrence where? Exactly. You guys, if you're gonna ask a city question, make sure you're saying the city with it. And we got a new update on our Jasper, Iowa cell. To do that, Jasper County. There we go. That's going to be this cell right here. That's going to be for 1-inch hail. Or sorry, $half sized hail heading up towards Laurel. Between Melbourne and Laurel. Lawrence, Kansas. Okay. Let me see where Lawrence is. Lawrence in Douglas County, Kansas. There it is. Lawrence, Kansas. You guys are getting a storm right now, but it's not severe warned. Looks like you guys got a special weather statement of a little bit of hail and some 40 mile per hour winds. But that should be done probably within the next 10, 20 minutes. Let's go check back in on our tornado warning. Seeing a NATO with this storm, and the storm actually does have a pretty elevated look to it on Jordan Stream. Still a little bit of rotation there south of Healy, but again, I still think we're dealing with some side lobe. This probably back here is still our main area, but man, do we have a lot of hail. You can actually see that hail on that correlation coefficient there, right there in that area. So definitely some larger hail with this storm, but rotation is in that area. So, is that all hail? I don't know. So I would still be in your safe spots there in Healy, Kansas. In Dighton. Guys, stop asking just the city name. Y'all are going to drive me crazy. City and state, please, when you ask a question. What's the difference between a storm watch and a special weather statement? A special weather statement is, it's going to be, it's mainly just like, hey, don't be outside. There could be some small hail. There could be some wind like 40 to 50 miles an hour, but that's usually all it means. It's not really anything that's like dangerous. That's why there's just like, hey, we're gonna say like a little bit about the storm so that you can kind of understand that like, hey, it's not gonna just be thunder and lightning. There might be some like penny-sized hail or a little bit more gustier winds than your typical thunderstorm, but it's not quite to that criteria to where it's where it's a severe storm. All right. Looks like we get a little update on this storm here. 1 inch hail now with this still pushing down to the south and east towards Malvern. That's the latest on this guy. And that's south of Topeka. Let's come back and check down with these guys. Castro, Texas. 1.5 inch hail on that storm. Where's Castro? Castro, Texas. Did I read that wrong? Shoot. Let me bring it back up again before another warning comes in. Castro. Swisher, Texas? Swisher, Texas? There it is. Okay, so that's for this storm. Yeah, ping pong ball sized hail on this storm. Now coming pretty close to Hereford. The storm might be trying to wrap up again, but I mean, still no real areas of rotation within this thing right now. Oh, storm intermediate might be getting some of that hail. And they got a rainbow. Hail and a rainbow. Yeah, we'll put on their audio. Oh, wow. Yeah, quite a bit of hail. PDS windshield. Wow, look at that road. It's all covered. It's not a dirt road anymore. It's a hail road. Hail runner media? True.
Oh, no, it's off to our left. Look. No, on radar, look.
Oh, it exploded.
This is that ping pong ball sized hail. It seems ping pong like.
It's like shooting it my way. It's so beautiful. It's a rainbow.
Wow.
You guys can see that hail falling.
They say that rainbows, what comes out of a rainbow is Lucky Charms. But I think they're wrong. Seems like at least in this case, this is not Lucky Charms. This appears to be ice falling out of the sky at rapid speeds. Rapidly rotating hail. Flying. Wow, that is quite the view though. Look at that. Pot of hail at the end of the rainbow. There you go. Yeah, that wind farm's getting a lot of energy out of this storm. You see, there's some winds. Some winds generating some clean electricity. Look at that. Love to see it.
2 inches.
Yeah.
Radar estimates 10 as well.
Huge shout out to those wind farms.
Radar's estimating tennis balls in here. I'm not sure if there is
We got a
Some
nice-
hell
55
over the rainbow.
The 50's flown in within the next probably hour or so we're still good on this. This thing has great potential.
We're at 50.
All right, let's go do another update on that tornado warning. Gonna get distracted, but too long by that storm. Yeah, latest scans on the storm are in. A little area of rotation that was back over here has since died off. Still have what appears to be side lobe contamination out over there. Looking at Jordan Stream, not seeing a tornado on the ground at this moment. Barely even seeing maybe the dying stages of a wall cloud on this storm right now. Still, though, some golf ball sized hail moving off to the north and east towards Healy. So if you live in Healy, get into your safe spots still if you're not there. Wind farms are not clean energy. Okay. Sure. It's that dirty wind. Gotta watch out for that dirty wind. I mean, technically, if you're really thinking about it, there's CO2 in the air, and the CO2 goes through the wind turbine, and so, you know, they're dirty energy. Crazier things have been said in chat. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning on this storm over here near Scott City. Little update, still golf ball sized hail on this storm. No changes. I don't understand what makes them good or bad. What? Anything for potential hourly outlook of the how conditions may affect these storms. Tornado potential. Well, I would say these storms over here probably have the highest tornado potential, just looking at mesoscale analysis. So these ones are probably our biggest hail or tornado chance, but the one thing that should keep things hopefully moderated out here is going to be the lower dew points out here. They're really sitting around 53, 54, which is really not enough. But down here, you know, vorticity and all of that isn't really that elevated out here. We really don't have much wind shear down here at all. And the dew points with these storms are quite low. So there's a good chance that these storms stay just mainly elevated hailers at the moment in the Texas region. I'd be surprised if we got a tornado. I wouldn't be overly surprised if we got, well, even a land spout, I'd be surprised, to be honest. But it's always kind of worth monitoring. We had a couple of tornado warnings so far in Kansas, so we'll see what happens.
Oh.
Maybe I'll get to have a short stream. I think so. I think that could happen. I don't see it going on for 11 hours, I will say. Oh, what makes it happen? Well, it depends. You can get, you know, you can get mesoscale, kind of like tornadoes, where they're interacting with, like, you know, a lot of vorticity in the area, which means you have a lot of backing at the surface, and, you know, lots of changing with wind at height, even though there's not a whole lot of strong wind. You know, there's a lot of that changing of height.
Rolling on the roof.
And that kind of helps stretch out those updrafts, sometimes turning into a little noodle tornado. They're usually not strong tornadoes, but, you know, they can sometimes happen also in that environment. Pretty prone to land spouts and gustnadoes in that kind of environment. What we have down here, not really tornadic, because there's not all, and you know, there's no vorticity, very low dew points, you know, weak shear. You know, in a typical environment, you know, you're looking for, you know, surface winds in this direction. You know, so that's near the surface. And then as you go higher up, you know, typically 800 millibar winds like that are pretty favorable for tornadoes. And then when you go even higher in the atmosphere, 500 millibar, you can see it's like kind of turning with height. That is your typical tornadic environment. And we don't really have that today, although
Yeah, you
we do have a decent little, we have like around 30 knots of shear up here and a lot of vorticity. So you definitely can't rule out a tornado down here. I mean, up in Kansas. And that's why I think Kansas is currently our most tornadic environment. Ping pong ball sized hail now in Finney, Gray, and Haskell, Kansas. Watch out there. Let me mute Scoreboard Media. For the UK, I would imagine most of your tornadic events are probably due to shear. Oh, looks like our tornado warning has expired. You guys do also get like a lot of water spouts out there, and that's due to just like the differences of the temperatures of the water and the air. Just dropped 10 degrees in the past 2 hours near Kansas City. Well, that's good. That means an outflow boundary must have just kind of gone through you guys. Let's see if we can see it on radar. Yeah, there it is. You can just see it, that little thin blue line that comes right there. And then kind of, I'll show you where it stops. It stops right here. And then back over here, it was like that. And then it goes there. So yeah, that's that cooler air coming out of the storm, which means, oh my goodness, we got a spammer in chat. Gonna hide you. See you later. But yeah, you see that outflow comes out of the storm, pushes off to the east, and that's that cooler air coming out. So that's why your temperatures are dropping. That also is a good sign that your tornado threat should be pretty darn low. Whoa, what the heck is happening over here near Leiden? Interesting area there. That's going towards, that's going away. So yeah, that's cyclonic rotation there. Might be hail contamination. Let me see how that's progressed. Yeah. You see how it just kind of like jumps from nothing to something there? Like almost instantly. Probably not anything, but wouldn't be a bad idea to come back and check in on that storm in the future, just in case. He's in the Kansas warning. Now I got Jordan Hall there. So if he sees anything, we'll let you guys know. Keep meaning to ask me how long I've been playing golf. Well, I started when I was like I started playing a lot when I was like 12, 13. I played like nearly every day or every day that I could. I used to go to the driving range after school like every day. And then I stopped playing that frequently. Golf ball sized hail with this storm now about to head into Garden City. Watch out. That is coming through. That is definitely going to be some dinks in your car and potentially even some cracked windows. Can't rule that out with golf ball sized hail. See if it's wind driven at all. Yeah, the good thing is it shouldn't be wind driven. I still have headache sized hail ongoing over here in New Mexico and Texas. That's going to be heading up into Eunice. Forgot what a tornado is. Well, hopefully we don't get reminded this stream, huh? Headache sized hail. It technically is. I mean, if you got hit with some headache sized hail, that would definitely cause a headache. So might as well. Yeah, Healy could come out of their safe spots, by the way, but keep in mind that this storm is still probably packing that golf ball sized hail, which is about to move into the Healy area. Probably get one little round of maybe some smaller hail first, and then another one after that. Another headache sized hail storm in Gary, Or in Gray? Was that Gray, Kansas or Gary, Kansas? That's not right. Gary, Kansas. Sometimes it's just hard to find these things. Gray, Kansas. Let me try to find it myself manually. Might be Gray County. I think that my program only, it's supposed to do cities. Yeah, that's this storm here. Moving up to the north and east near 156 north and east of Garden City that is warned for 2-inch hail. It's had pea-sized hail over Marshall. Yeah, we haven't talked about Iowa in a while. Let's do a little update over there. Back over here near Guthrie Center, ping pong ball-sized hail is still possible with this storm. About to push into Guthrie Center right now. To the east of that and to the north of that is where this storm is going. You can see these storms are kind of all going in weird directions. I think the final path that this thing's about to take is actually a little bit more to the east. Wow, the storm in Kansas that was just tornado warned. It looks like it might have really good structure. It's not worth $50 though. But yeah. Also these storms over here are still severe warned for ping pong ball sized hail, but kind of seems like a lot of them are starting to die off or struggle. Might get another one. Severe thunderstorm warning with this storm near Gilman and LeGrand, Iowa. All right, let's go check back over near Colorado. Haven't looked at this storm in a while either. Latest scan out of this, still no rotation on this thing, but still potentially up to $half sized hail now with this storm east of Fondas, heading just south of 86 towards 105 there. Yeah, really, really cool structure on this storm east of Scott City. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Little update over here near Hardesty. Remember the last time we talked about this storm was about 10 minutes ago, and it's still not there. So if you live in Hardesty, you guys need to be indoors and away from windows. That golf ball-sized hail, I promise we'll eventually try to make it towards you. Tornado tours? Nah. We have enough mods at the moment. Yeah, these stores over here are just mainly hailers too. I mean, that's going to be the main threat for today. It seems like the tornado chances are dwindling a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. We'll keep coverage going for a little bit longer, I think. Overland Park, Kansas, that's over here, right? Yeah, eventually you guys are going to have a storm come through. Mainly going to be wind and small hail. Not going to be anything that you guys don't know how to handle over there. Just make sure you're indoors within the next, I would say like 30 to 40 minutes. The storm ain't nothing for a Kansan. I mean, it's kind of true. A lot of these storms are pretty weak in comparison to what you guys usually get out here. But this one, still packing a punch with that 2-inch hail over here north of Garden City. Yeah, no problem, Shane. Thank you for tuning in. Eudora. Yeah, it looks like Eudora does have a storm in it right now. I just realized when you search, it automatically switches the radar too. That's really cool. But yeah, over here near Eudora, have some lightning, maybe a little bit of small hail in there, but I mean, it's just going to be heavy rain for the remainder of this storm. and give it about like 20 to 30 minutes, and that lightning should start to get a little bit quieter. But man, you guys have been getting rumbled out there. I can see lots of little lightning bolts near you guys. Last one struck near Acorn Street. Tornado? No tornado right now, as far as I can tell. There's a supercell in Texas. The place starts with a D, but you can't remember. Dimmitt? Near Dimmitt, Texas? I wouldn't even really. I mean, these are like definitely hailstorms for sure. A little bit of rotation in them, so they're a little bit supercellular. So I think the biggest hail we have down here is ping pong ball sized hail, though, with this northern one. Let me see what this one near Dimmitt. Yeah, they're both warned for ping pong ball sized hail. Any tornadoes on the ground yet? Oh, no. Not that I've been able to tell. We have had 2 tornado warnings in Kansas. One kind of came close. That one that Jordan Hall was on, it definitely had some pretty strong rotation at one point, but it lost it pretty quickly as it merged with just a bunch of different storms in the area. Still has some pretty nice structure on this storm north of Dighton, Kansas. If you want, look out your window. You might be able to see that pretty cool storm structure. The tornado cell is going to hit Kansas City, Missouri. Most likely not. I would say it's like nearly impossible for that to happen. The outflow boundary is well outrunning these storms. Can't rule out though some, little bit of hail, a little bit of wind. Golf ball sized hail now being now over there near Hartley County. Hartley County. Is that right? Texas. There we are. That's going to be this storm here. 1.75 inch hail heading towards Cactus and Dumas. Eudora. What city is that? Or what state is that in, Ellis? In Kansas? Okay. Eudora, Kansas. Didn't we just check that out? I did just check that out. We just talked about that. Come on. But the size hail should, you guys have already gotten at the worst of it there. So there's no more hail coming your way. Where's the storm moving? In Eunice. Oh, our first little question about New Mexico. Over here near Eunice, max hail size of 2-inch hail. Going to come pretty close to you. Let me see if this is actually going to come into you. Yeah, you might get this little backside thing, and there could be some hail getting flung out of this thing. So I would watch out. That 2-inch hail, if it does start falling in Eunice, is going to definitely have that potential to break or to crack some windows, knock over, leaves and hurt pets. Garden City. I know where that is, but I like searching them because it does this, and then it automatically switches the radar. Garden City. Looks like you just had one, or probably about 2 storms come through. This last one had around golf ball sized hail, and it's still falling there in northeastern Garden City. And then maybe yet another round after that. Should be some smaller hail in that one behind it, but you never know. It might try to rebuild back in some hail. So little round potentially of some hails coming through there. Loganville, Georgia. Logan Hill, Georgia. We did have some little. Is that right? Logan? Is that what you said? Logan Hill? Loganville. Jeez Louise. I need to learn how to read. Yeah. Do have some little storms around you. One over there near Snellville. None of them are severe. That doesn't look like they're coming your way. They're actually kind of moving to your north. So probably just hear some thunder. Hobbs, New Mexico. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a close call for Eunice and another close call for Hobbs. Also, some development on the western side of this storm, but, you know, no guarantee that it's definitely going to hit you, but, you know, I'd be paying attention due to the size of hail that is possible with this storm, just in case. I mean, bottom line, though, you might have a really good view of this storm if you happen to take a gander. Let's come over here to Storm Runner Media. They just had a pretty cool view of the storm. I do want to go back to that. So this is what it looks like here in Texas. And I have a feeling that a lot of the storms look like this in Texas. Kind of a big hail core. Not really talking about a whole lot of mesocyclone with many of these storms right now. And that's because, you know, there really isn't that much rotation possible in the atmosphere here in Texas. Again, most of the rotation that we're going to be getting is probably going to be in the Kansas region and western Kansas. Hey, thank you for gifting a membership. Dylan, thank you so much. Who got gifted? Silver Striker got gifted. Nice. No, people can't you know, give out specific things. Still got $50, or they can't give out gifts to specific people, sorry. Still some $50 sized hail over here in Colorado. A little bit stronger winds on the backside here. Not sure if that means we're definitely going to get any solid rotation out of this, but kind of interesting. A little bit more rotation there. It seems like the hail core and the kind of meso of this storm is pushing down to the south, mainly towards Rama, but could get some $50 size hail in Simla and Matson here in the Colorado area. Come back over here, checking in on Iowa. Yeah, over here near Guthrie City, you guys are getting that hail still. Potentially ping pong ball sized hail. Potentially still falling in Guthrie Center. If anybody in Iowa is near that storm, let me know if that's just been hail this entire time. Near Vinton, still looks like these storms are struggling out here. Let's see if they've dropped that warning they have to quarter-sized hail. This one over here is still like ping pong ball-sized hail, but there's literally no way that storm is still producing that. And over here near Fort Dodge, Iowa, and we're talking about $50 sized hail near Rockwell City, Manson, Barnum, Fort Dodge. From the Southern Garden City storm. Oops. What did I do? There we go. I don't think so. Let me just double check. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of rotation on that at all. Just mainly hail and damaging winds. Gonna go for now. All right, man. Thank you for tuning in. I think I'm gonna go too. I mean, there's a lot of hailstorms out there, but you know, we typically only go live for what? South Carolina. What the heck? What did that say? Is South Carolina getting in on the severe thunderstorm action? Newberry? Oh, zip over there. Yeah, over here near Jalapa, South Carolina, 1-inch hail. Heading up to the north. Where's Brick House Crossroads? Look at that. South Carolina's like, hello, I exist. Look at me. You had one today. Posted some pics. Did you tag me in those? You did? Let me see. Ooh. That's cool. What is going on there? That is just cool photos in general. Is that all of them? Very nice. Thanks for sharing. Doge City? You mean Dodge City? What are you doing? You guys are good for now. It seems like most of the storms are going to miss you, but is that going to happen all day, every day? I don't know. Maybe. They could miss you. Again, this is a very mesoscale-like environment, so it's going to be pretty hard to tell where these guys are going, to be honest. You tried calling... Evan, cars. You tried calling me? Huh? Do you have my number? Because if not, I'm bummed that I didn't answer that. My car warranty, my car's extended warning, or my car's extended warranty has expired, and I've just been hoping that somebody could tell me how to fix that. So,
down towards Earth if nothing looks like it's going on. As long as Earth still looks good. I was just getting a little bit out ahead of it, deal. But it's over the road now, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. We're still gonna.
why are all the chasers down here? What are they seeing that I'm not?
Oh, they're big. They're big.
Are you on 385 or 194?
He's on 385.
I guess they wanted hail? Was this supposed to be like the biggest hail threat maybe for today?
Well, I did actually, but I'm good now.
Oh no. It looks like they have just updated the severe thunderstorm warning for 1.75-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. So watch out. They're near Garden City again. Could be some more golf ball sized hail coming your way. Tomorrow's another heck of a day. Yeah, there's days. Here's today's risk. Here's tomorrow's risk. Yet another day of maybe some severe weather. There's day 3's risk. Is there a tornado threat tomorrow at all? A little 2% over there for parts of Oklahoma, Canton, Elk City. I think today had a 5% where the tornado warnings were. Makes sense. I'm surprised. Like almost all the chasers I know are in Texas. I don't get it. Maybe there's something there. They have to make sure they damage their cars before their extended warranty ends. That's true. There also is some stuff potentially coming down the line as well. Got a severe thunderstorm risk for day 7, or day 6 and day 7. What about day 8? Nothing for day 8. We'll see what happens. I've seen some of the models on this. Winds are a little bit parallel. Seems more like a damaging wind event, maybe. But we'll see what the models say as we get closer. Definitely some widespread severe weather going to be possible there. 1-inch hail for Brewster and Pecos, Texas. Going to be our most southern warning. Are you looking in the extended outlooks? Let me see. Categorical. Then today, maybe some thunderstorms tomorrow and the next day for you, Hannah. And maybe some severe weather on, it'll probably be marginal 6 days from now. And then 7 days from now, about a week from now, you could have some, maybe a little bit more of an elevated threat for some severe weather down there. There's not really much rotation on the Olathe storm. Isn't that one near the Kansas City area? Yeah. Olathe. Yeah, these storms aren't going to be much of a tornado threat. But they are going to have some lightning, potentially 0.25-inch hail, which I think is pea-sized hail. So get your pots ready. catch some peas out of the sky. I'm glad I put an S on that, but still, that sounded weird. But you know what I'm trying to say. Get you some free peas. No mods. I'm a mod. So better watch what you type. Eudora, Kansas. Will we have day 3 or day 2? Let me see. Let me see what you got. So tomorrow should just be thunderstorms for you. Same with the next day. Pretty quiet until we get into about day 6. You're going to be a slight risk potentially on day 6 and maybe a marginal risk on day 7. A tornado? Yeah, maybe on day 6. Yeah, a tornado might be more possible, yeah, than today. What's for dinner? Chicken and rice. I think I figured out what caused my stomach issues because I had stomach issues again last night. It was not the lawyer's barbecue. It was my chicken. I didn't get food poisoning, thankfully, but I guess the part of the chicken that I ate on Friday just had some sort of bacteria on it. And then I ate another part of the chicken today or yesterday, and man, I woke up. It felt like there was a brick in my stomach. Mukbang if I'm streaming? Nah. I won't be streaming for much longer. We got a severe thunderstorm warning north of Amarillo. That's going to be heading up towards 87. Near Dumas and Cactus, we're still talking about some golf ball sized hail possible for you guys up there. Further down to the south, this is probably going to be your cluster you got to watch out for there near Amarillo. This one here. Might, if these start moving to the east, though, they might miss you. But ping pong ball sized hail is still possible with these storms. I think Storm Hunter Media should be in some hail again, right? Looks like they're sitting in a flood.
Went through? It's caved in?
Yeah, like it broke through.
Holy crap.
What?
Yeah, I didn't get any that big.
Brandon was saying that
it was probably a tennis ball shoot into the water in front of Connor and I. It's the only bigger hailstone I've seen, but if they're that huge, I'm worried about my rear windows right now.
sounds like Brandon just had a piece of hail go through his window.
Yep. Connor, we may need to run. They're getting bigger up, just right up to the road.
I want to see this.
They're freaking huge just to the west.
No way.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, that's bad. That's caved
These
all the
hails
way.
are big.
Down now.
Dude, we're gonna lose rear window.
Look at the water in front of them. It's about to start splashing. Oh, there's a bigger one.
Hit the road, but hit the water in front of us. See how?
Yep, they're coming out.
That wasn't Brandon. Who was that said that?
I don't know where do we go? Yeah, that dented is all the way in at the bottom.
Right here.
Any rotation near Garden City? Not yet.
Oh my gosh, you see that one hit the puddle? There we go.
No rotation near Garden City. Just large hail of up to golf ball sized.
Dude, it cracked my freaking paint. There's been
Dang.
some big ones landing in that puddle in front of us.
Oh my
Dude, the way
goodness.
these are wind-driven, if I
Yeah,
would've
watch
hit
the
my rear
puddles. The
window
bigger the splash. Oh man, that was a big one. The bigger the splash, the bigger the hail.
We got mostly rain with random tennis balls.
PDS hail splashes.
Look at just how they're exploding in the water. That's what I'm saying. They're still coming.
Well, yeah.
No, go back to the
Oh, yeah,
puddle.
here they are.
The hail course just to our south. Look at it on radar.
Look at that.
I can't see. The window's too dark.
Dude, I know.
Look behind me,
I
and you
can't
can see it through the window.
I can't see. I'm sorry. I can't see.
Oh yeah, this is now a PDS severe thunderstorm warning with baseball-sized hail, folks.
There's a big one behind Brandon.
Baseball-sized hail with this storm near Dimmitt and Nazareth. You guys need to be indoors, well away from those windows. That hail is going through windows.
Wow.
So it's a dangerous storm. You definitely don't want to be near your windows with this storm.
Dude, there's a baseball behind us.
There are baseballs falling out of this storm.
Yep, they're up there. Here they go now.
You can go back to that puddle.
This truck's trying to turn here, guys, I think.
Oh,
You gotta be joking.
they gonna move or are they just gonna ride the hailstorm out?
Wait, you guys gotta move.
Oh, here we go.
I think they're just gonna ride the hailstorm out. They need to switch it back to the front window. This isn't showing us anything.
That's what we're dealing with, guys, behind us. Look at how big that thing is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's hitting side windows.
Is there some room over there?
Next
Oh my
up,
gosh, look at all those splashes. Yeah, if you live in Dimmitt and Nazareth, Texas, this is coming towards you.
Oh my god. Look at the water over there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh! Yep.
Whoa. Oh my goodness.
That's what you do right there.
Wow. And those are some big hailstones.
So my back window doesn't fall.
Oh yeah, look at all them hail jumping out of the grass.
I may need to point into the wind here.
Oh. Uh-oh, they're about to break another windshield, man. Oh.
Trying to rotate, kind of like the northern
Oh.
storm. They're doing exactly what that was doing.
Oh my god.
Oh. It's like
Oh
boing.
my goodness.
What is that sound? What is it hitting?
This is not even kidding.
Windshield.
Your back window's gone?
Is that Connor?
Dude, his window's gone. We gotta get out of here.
Connor's window,
Oh my
back
God.
windshield just went.
Okay, let's get out of here.
This is large hail, potentially larger than tennis ball.
It's not for the
Oh my goodness.
Rear window's gone.
Yeah, that's Connor in front of us. He just lost his back window.
It's not doing anything. This hailstorm is all the way down to 94.
Man, driving through that, that's just increasing the force of the hail. Oh, one just smashed on the window there. Holy moly. This is crazy. Like, my ears hurt from all those dinks. Windows are expensive, man. I would be running like a little girl from this storm. I would be screaming. Chaz would be barking like crazy, trying to catch the tennis balls as they fall. You know, a great body shop? Yeah, you need one for this kind of hailstorm.
Well, I said rather than crack this than shatter that, so.
Man, that sucks. Like, that's the thing. Like, how do you clean all of that, like, out? All that glass. That must be so annoying, cleaning all that glass. Baseball-sized hail inside of the storm right now. It's breaking windows. Apparently, one went through a chaser's window, and Connor just broke his back window because of this.
Thank you, James. No, Connor
did. Oh my goodness. All right, see you, Ellis. That's crazy, man. There's a reason why these storm chasers are screaming. You don't hear them scream very often. And that's because this storm right here near Dimmitt in Nazareth, Texas, is got that baseball-sized hail inside of it. This is a PDS destructive severe thunderstorm warning. That back window could be your house window, could be your car window. If you live in Dimmitt and Nazareth, be away from those windows. And if you got a dog outside, get him indoors. Or you're just a bad dog owner. Man, oh man, that's some big old hail. Maybe that's why they're down there, is to get into that big hail. I guess that's what they wanted, huh? Super hail. Take me out to the ball game. What's Storm Winter Media looking at? Hail. They're looking at hail. Just a bunch of hail. Very large hail falling on them right now. It's this storm right here. No bueno. Let's come check back over here in Colorado, where we still got this storm ongoing. See what it's got on it. Tornado possible tag, 1.25-inch hail now. A little bit of something in there. Still not a whole lot of rotation in this storm, but don't want Simla and Matheson to be indoors and away from windows. Back up here in Iowa, most of our severe thunderstorm warnings have been allowed to expire. We still got one over here near Fort Dodge. Probably the biggest hail out of the storms happening in northern Fort Dodge, Iowa right now, with some $half sized hail. And then back over here in South Carolina, do we still have this warning ongoing? We do. And that is moving up towards Whitmire, eventually. Cromer Crossroads and Brick House Crossroads. Still warned for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds there. Got a lot of little thunderstorms out over here near the South Carolina area. Also some over here into northeastern Georgia. And a couple of storms over here in northern Alabama. Even one over here in Nashville, Tennessee. A little bit of rain, thunder coming through the area right now. Fort Scott, Kansas. Yeah, Fort Scott is looking decent. Little storm off to your east, but nothing to be afraid about. Kansas City. Kansas City storm is about to come through, actually. You can see over here, north of Edwardsville, there is a little bit of a storm here with some penny-sized hail and 40-mile-per-hour winds. Going to be coming through very shortly. And then back over here, near Dighton, still got some hail with these storms. Golf ball-sized hail north of Dighton, heading towards 4. A little bit of that might come into Dighton. Just got a new severe thunderstorm warning with this storm. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That'll be heading towards Friend, Kansas, Gano, and Tennis. Uh-oh. Tennis, you might have signed a bad omen there living in that city. Oh, no. That'd be bad if we got tennis-sized hail for Tennis, Kansas. And then this storm over here in Oklahoma has been dropped down and now to golf ball-sized hail. It's going to be heading towards Hardesty, Hooker, and Tyrone, Texas. All right. Back over here in Texas, we have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. $half sized hail moving up to the north towards Masterson, 4-way. Another one over here near Dumas. This storm really hasn't moved that much, though, in the past couple of minutes here. It's just been kind of... What has been issued for my location? Flash flood warning. Oh, okay, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm north of the ground. I'm on a hill. All right, latest severe thunderstorm warning just got issued. Ping pong ball sized hail heading towards Paladero Canyon State Park here in Texas, south of Amarillo.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Oh, wow. So they actually issued a tornado warning on this storm in Colorado, heading into Matheson. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's actually a decent little area of rotation here. If you live in Simla and Matheson here in Colorado, need to be in your safe spots. Ain't that some? Let me see if there's any cameras in that area. We might have a storm chaser on that. Isn't Beyond Weather out in Colorado? Is he still live? Beyond. I mean, there's only one storm in this area. Is he in the tornado warning? I don't know.
Kansas. We are, if you're just joining us now, we're in Leote, Kansas. We got eyes on a wall cloud due south of us here.
He made it into Kansas. Where is he in Kansas? Oh, Leote, Kansas. I thought he was in Colorado, but I guess he made it into Kansas. He's over near this storm. He said he has a wall cloud near him, so we can use his stream, so might as well. If he says he's got a wall cloud, I'm interested. I'm interested to see what that entails. Bringing Beyond Weather onto the stream for the first time. He's a pretty cool guy. He's in our Discord, and he's offered many times for us to use his stream. And we're finally getting to do it. Okay, it's glitching a little bit. Hold on. Let me fix this glitch. Here we go. He said there was a wall cloud, so we will see what that is looking like if we can. Does kind of seem like this storm is a little bit wrapped. Ooh, nice little lightning bolt. Listen in. He was talking about his location.
You can
Yeah. Maybe, actually.
If your stream gets interrupted on one phone, you can resume the stream on another. Yeah, I need to get on.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I need to get
yeah,
on.
We'll keep an eye on it. All right, let's go shift our focus back over to this tornado warning, though. Oh my goodness. All right, just before, look at this. Are we about to have a structure fest out here? Is this storm actually going to try to do something here in Texas? A little bit of a wall cloud trying to develop on this guy. This is the one that had that that baseball-sized hail, sorry. All right. Ping pong ball-sized hail for Brewster and Pecos County, Texas. Latest scan, looks like that rotation is about to go over Simla right now. Where is this in relation to everything? Kind of north of Colorado Springs. Yeah, there are no camera. Well, there's one kind of close, but it's not a live camera. It's a picture camera. Whoa. Look at that. There's your storm in Colorado. We'll have to wait for it to refresh, but I think this camera is about to catch this mesocyclone. I'll refresh that in about 5 minutes and see if we can get another look at that. You just saw Brandon's windshield. Uh-oh. Is it cooked? What does this Freiburg specific emoji means? It means like that I'm being like mean to somebody. Pretty much. Or I'm being like, I don't know. Being myself, I guess. Patrick is on the Scott City cell? No, he said he was near Leote. I can be a little sassy sometimes. Someone says something out of pocket in chat. Near Garden City. Yeah, actually, that there is a little bit of rotation there, but it's weird. It's like it's not really associated with the storm. About 3 minutes old, so that's probably up here now. But yeah, a little pocket of rotation, I would say. I showed the rear windshield on stream. It's way cooked. Oh no. Hennig sized hail now for Castro, Texas. Is that the same? Oh yeah, that's the. So they did. It seems like they downgraded this now down. Oh, 4-inch sized hail. Wow. I believe it. Jeez Louise. That is heading pretty close to Nazareth there. Watch out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll break everyone's windshield, and this is that 4-inch sized hail storm. And that hail is on the right side of the screen. Did this freeze? Nope. Still a very slow moving storm. Man, 4-inch sized hail. That is big old hail. I mean, you can get 4-inch sized hail in April. It's not impossible, but I will say these are very May-like or like June-like storms, to be honest. Oh. Let me see if I can get a freeze frame on that. Connor. No. His windshield is gone. Look at this. This is Connor Croft's windshield. Look at his face. He's like, ooh. No, Connor. You need that, I think. I think windshields are important for things. Oh my god. I don't even think did Storm Hunter look, DL has a helmet on. But did Storm Hunter Media even get a crack in their windshield? Rip his wallet. Facts. Jeez Louise. That is a oof and a half. Yeah, 2-inch sized hail is possible in the storm to the north of this one now as well. A 10-inch sized hail crossing close to Jumbo. Oh, well, you kind of screwed yourself living in a city that with the name Jumbo on it, and you know, looks like you're going to get jumbo sized hail as well. The front is cracked too. Yeah. I don't even think Storm Hunter Media got any cracks in their windows. Brandon got messed up bad. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this storm apparently has 4-inch sized hail, and they were just sitting in the hail core, all of them. Like, we were watching it splash, or I'll show you guys. When they were in the 4-inch sized hail. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Oh, look at all those huge splashes. Like, that is some big hail. You can see it actually has a pretty decent little mesocyclone on it as well. Mini nukes in the water. Those are ant nukes. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like every storm chaser that was in this storm has broken their windshield. But, you know, regardless of what the storm chasers have gone through and Dimmitt, Texas has gone through, next in line for this potential 4-inch sized hail, this DVD-esque hail is coming towards Nazareth next. So be indoors and well away from those windows. Again, we're getting reports that the hail doesn't even just crack the window. It just goes straight through it. All right. So if you live in Nazareth, just be indoors and well away from those windows, because even if you're like 5 feet from the window, you could still potentially get hit by that 4-inch hail. Oh my God. And y'all were calling me a redneck. Look at this fix. That's some redneck engineering right there, if I've ever seen it. Ryan Scholl, oh, of course. Ryan Scholl, he loves being in the hail. So that does not surprise me at all. He probably stayed in it a little bit longer than everybody else. They got tape, saran wrap. And another hail north of Dimmitt. Yeah, the hailstorm north of Dimmitt is 2-inch hail. All right, let's stop getting distracted. I do want to check back in with Colorado. See what's going on up there. Let's see here. Yeah, still a little bit of rotation here between Matheson and Simla. That little cam I was looking at, it like turned away from the storm for some reason, and we lost our visual. It looks like we might be getting some photos out of Dimmitt. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, that's 4-inch hail. Look at this. Holy moly. I can't show it. But Matthew Capucci is on the hail. My goodness. Yeah, that'll break windows and maybe even helmets. That's crazy. Just tuning in, we have a tornado warning here in Colorado and a 4-inch hailstorm here in Texas near Dimmitt. Is it still? Okay, they did drop it down, actually. Now it's down to 2-inch hail. Chasers all across the way have been losing their windshields, including Connor Croft, where Storm Runner Media and Connor Croft are currently doing some redneck engineering to fix this back window. And yeah, I mean, that's the best you can do. I mean, this will work. Heck, it's probably even more hail-proof with that saran wrap than with a regular window, because then it'll just bounce the window off. I mean, the hail off. It's lethal to animals. Yes, it can definitely be. That 4-inch hail, I can easily probably kill small animals and maybe even larger ones. Looks like there is a wall cloud developing back over here on this storm here. A little bit of a wall cloud right there, north of Garden City. Not really rotating too rapidly yet, but to keep an eye on that little area of circulation. Jordan Hall has a little wall cloud on his stream. PDS windshield warning. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, when you start hearing a bunch of chasers start to scream, you know it's not a good. Like, hail is like, unless a chaser for some reason drives into a tornado, which again really does not happen that often. Now it does happen. It's happened before. Like, even in Rolling Fork, someone accidentally drove into that tornado. It happens. But the other thing that does it is very, very large hail. They'll put cracks in their windshields knowingly if it means they can get in the path of a tornado. But the fact that they all did that for a storm that doesn't really even have much rotation just kind of shows you that kind of how untornadic this storm is. You can definitely tell, though, it has quite the mesocyclone. I bet you if they were to get like well ahead of that, maybe to the east of this storm or to the south of this storm, I bet you that's got some pretty cool structure on it. Hasn't rained in 2 weeks. Where the heck do you live? The Sahara? Seeing some lightning in Middle Tennessee. Yeah, we have some storms out here, but yeah, they're not severe. Not going to be a tornado issue whatsoever. Just some heavier rain, and every now and then you'll hear a little lightning bolt. Tyler reply right through it. Yeah. There are chasers out there that they live for the hail. That is like Matthew Capucci. He loves just absolutely tearing up his car and windows.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Okay, so they just extended this warning, but this is pretty obviously just a lot of side lobe contamination here. But I wouldn't rule out a little landspout threat even with that. So if you live east of Matheson, is there any cities out here? Okay, there isn't even any cities out here, but south of Limon, Colorado, still needs to be in their safe spots. And thank you, Jill's Dreams, for becoming a WIMD member. Thank you so much. Very electric in Cornelia, Georgia. Yeah, those storms have been producing lightning in the southeast all day. What are they doing over here? Is that going to do it? Is that going to be enough? I think I put a couple more strips of duct tape on that just to be sure. Super creepy over here in Franklin County, Kansas. Yeah, there are some pretty decent storms in Kansas still. We got this one over here south of Scott City. 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds there. And another one over here south of Dighton, moving off towards 23. Now, further off to the west, we do have some thunderstorms out here as well near Kansas City, near Peola, Garnett, but they're mainly just thunderstorms. This one might eventually get another severe warning for some hail, but as of right now, it is not warned near Burlington. Thank you, Judy, for being a member for 19 months. Man, it's crazy. Just how fast time flies, I swear. I feel like I met you yesterday, Judy. Duct tape fixes everything but relationships. I'm just kidding. Imagine have some story about a girlfriend and duct tape. Oh man, now that I'm thinking about that sounds really, 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 really bad. That's very bad. Like in multiple ways. Bad as in like kinky, and then bad as in like psychopathic. Wow. Why is it so yellow?
On a day that was not expected.
Dude, it is so yellow. This is a yellow storm.
All squared away, and
yeah, I had to tape up his finger and then tape up his back window. Cut his thumb open pretty good. I hope he doesn't need stitches.
What did he say?
Cut his thumb open pretty good. I hope he doesn't need stitches.
Oh wow. But Connor apparently cut his thumb. Pretty bad.
Hail spike on the radar now.
Yeah, no, that hail's still sitting right there.
It got bigger all of a sudden.
No, I was talking about Burlington, Kansas, not Colorado. We do have a tornado warning here near Matheson, Colorado, south of Limon. Burlington is, I think, pretty far away from this storm. Cut finger is nothing? Wow. Depends on how big the cut is. Because they said they duct taped his back window and his finger. They did some redneck medical care as well. Probably some dust in the air. Yeah, that mixed with like a beautiful sunset, it can definitely cause some yellow. Could be the camera. It'll be interesting to see what this camera looks like once it comes back around. You cut the tip of your thumbnail. You cut off the tip of your thumb with a crossbow? How do you even do that? And also, ouch. Was it like one of those things where, you know, it's like for like one of those shows where you're like holding an apple above your head? Yeah, Brandon lost a bunch of windshields, and so did Connor. It was an absolute hail fest there. Again, that storm, it's not warned for it anymore, but this storm down here north of Dimmitt was or now to the east of Dimmitt, really, was warned for 4-inch hail. And if you want to see what it looked like, let me put that in chat. Matthew Capucci got some of that 4-inch hail, took a photo of it. Just absolutely massive hail. That's that kind of hail that breaks into your house, does a little B&E. So the good news is it's not warned for that anymore, but we're still talking about some hen egg size hail coming towards Nazareth. That's in Texas. Check back over here on these guys. Wow, a little bit more rotation happening with this storm, and I'm looking at it on Jordan Hall's stream, and there's definitely some rotation near the surface on this storm. Kind of looks like it's trying. Let me see if Patrick is nearby. He is, but his looks like his camera is focusing on the raindrops and not the road. How fast does hail drop from the sky? That's a good question. Search it. I'm not 100%. I would assume it falls with the wind, but it also probably has a terminal velocity. Yeah, 20 to 30 meters per second. I don't know. .1-inch hail in diameter falls at a rate of 48 meters per second or 110 miles per hour. I don't know if that's accurate, but that sounds pretty fast. Seems like the smaller hail obviously falls slower, and the bigger hail falls faster. Let's go check back in on our tornado warning in Colorado. Latest scan has some broader circulation now with this storm. So it is starting to lose that tighter area of circulation. Still want folks south of Limon, Colorado to continue to be in their safe spots just as we figure out if this storm's going to try again. Golf ball sized hail in Moore County, Texas. Let's see where that is. That's over there near Dumas. Heading towards Dumas, Sunray, Cactus. Actually, just Sunray. No, that's 2-inch hail. Is this the golf ball size hail one? What the heck? Is this? Well, there it is. It's this one right here. What the heck? There's like not a storm in there, but maybe there's some hail getting flung out. Man. That would be interesting if that was the case. Lyman. Oh, okay. Thank you. I wish there was a chaser up here. Let me check to see if that camera ever turned back towards the storm. Something happening there. Maybe a land spout or a dust NATO. This is looking from Lyman down to the south. That's interesting. I don't think that's a tornado, but maybe it's like a dust NATO. Or actually, could also be a raindrop. Doesn't look very raindroppy to me. Could be like a little dust NATO. I'm not seeing anything that looks like circulation above it. But that's this storm here in Colorado. Wow. What's Paige doing? I am curious. We haven't even looked at her for a while. I think they're trying to come up to the north and get at latest. Yeah, they're like, oh, they ended there. Oh, they ended. Okay. Kidding. Just kidding. But wow. That's all I gotta say. That is a beautiful looking sky. Just golden skies, golden clouds. Simla looks like a land spout. Could be, yeah. I agree. Could be a land spout, but it looks more like a gust NATO, I will say, because it does not appear to be lifting up into the cloud itself. But maybe we'll get another picture out of that area, and have a better understanding of what that is. Wow. This storm is now back up to 3-inch hail. 3-inch hail coming into Nazareth. If you live in Nazareth, make sure that you are indoors again and well away from those windows. Please continue to be there. It was at 2 inches, but now they have brought it back up to that 3-inch sized hail. So watch out. This storm is not done yet. Yeah, Storm Runner Media and Connor are on the same storm. Looks just like Scud. I don't know if that's funnel. And you see Freddy's there as well. Maybe there's another part of the storm to look at. Well, wait a second. What is that? There kind of looks like there is something hanging in the middle of that cloud. Like right in there. There was like a little thing dangling there. Oh, look, it's Ryan Scholl. What is he doing? We should listen in. He's waiting for the hail again.
That's the thing. It's the huge ones that are going to fall out ahead of the core, because the core's right there. It's not even a mile away. Oh, actually, it is a mile away. It's 2 miles away, but still.
Is it turning east?
Yeah.
No, right by your feet. It's a big hailstone.
Oh, hail's getting flung out of the storm.
Oh yeah, that would feel good. That would feel. I was looking in the sky like there was a funnel, but you guys were just talking about a stone on the ground. Where was the funnel? I don't know. Oh, another one. What? I saw another huge one. Where? Oh, over there, like in the grass, way over there.
Everybody started freaking out. I thought there was like a tornado on the ground. I agree with that person, but it was just a big old hailstone in the ground. That's a tornado? No, it's not. Our tornado warned storm is over here in Colorado, which might have, as of our latest camera view, might have produced a little land spout or like a gust NATO or something. See if we can get that latest camera view. Actually pretty close to Matheson, actually. See what it looks like from Lyman. Hoping we can maybe get like a view of like something. Oh wow, this is a video. And too bad that sunk south of these cameras. That would have been nice. Yeah, this is a camera out of Matheson. And it looked like there was something back there. So it might have been like a little dust devil or something. Yeah, as of our latest scans, though, it does not appear like there is much rotation on this storm still, but still radar indicated 2-inch hail now potential in this storm. Moving off towards the east towards 71. Wonder where they got the word scud from. I don't know. That would be cool to know that. Little update over here in Kansas. Got 2 areas of some decent rotation. Let's see what Jordan Hall's feed. Yeah, no tornado on the ground with these guys, but some decent circulation is being indicated by radar. That might be contamination in there. I think both of these areas might be contamination. They're both in the inflow there. But this storm up here has 1-inch hail, but 70-mile-per-hour winds now, pushing into Friend and Gano. Watch out. Oh.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Finally, that started working. That's weird. That's the first time it's worked. Looks like we just got an update. Wow. Folks, we are back to 4-inch hail in this storm. Back to 4-inch hail. Heading into Nazareth. Watch out there in Nazareth. We are back to 4-inch hail. Lakeview, Texas as well. Get indoors and away from those windows. Freaking large hail. That is giant hail, like honestly. Yeah, 4-inch hail. It was warned for that earlier, and it's warned for that yet again. This storm is crazy. Also, 2-inch hail is on this northeastern storm heading towards Kafir. And this one over here, heading towards Jumbo, still has hen egg-sized hail. Oh, they're storm chasers. You know how it goes. Anything extreme weather-wise, they're gonna go crazy. Pulled into Nazareth. Oh boy, you better get way deep into the some sort of structure, because that stuff's gonna be bouncing. It's gonna be flying sideways. I hope the best for you and your vehicle, sir. I would get, if you can, indoors and just let your vehicle be out there. Wind in Goodland, Kansas. You got pretty strong winds up there. Let's see. Yeah, no storm right now, but yeah, some pretty decent winds. Likely associated with some of these storms. On the outside and inside of them. What you want, Chazzy? We've been live for too long? Maybe. You're a scud? No, you're a freaking scud. I'm scud? Wow. Wow. All I got to say about that is, wow. Yeah, latest scan. Say there's still rotation in this thing here in Colorado. Still heading off to the east towards 71. Is that a threat? Yeah, I mean, I would still be in your safe spots if you live south of Lyman. Yeah, Limon. Mystery Pro is not a human. Well, then what are you? Exactly. Just now tuning in, we have a tornado warning here in Colorado that might have produced a tornado or a landspout recently. And then we have a 4-inch hailstorm over here near Nazareth. Some 4-inch sized hail that is moving up pretty much directly into Nazareth, Texas. A very populated region, but well, there's enough. There's enough houses where there's going to be a lot of damage. And this is what it looks like from the ground. Thankfully, not from the hail core itself. If Reed Timmer is chasing today, is he on this storm? Because I think the Dominator. I think the Dominator. Yeah, they're like well outside the storm. Just had to check. Yeah, 4-inch hail is a borderline missile, to be honest. He was in that hail core earlier. Yeah. I was just seeing because like I know the Dominator's windows can take it. I'm pretty sure they have like bulletproof glass on that thing or something. Let's go check back in on our tornado warning. Yeah, tornado warning still in progress out here in the Colorado area. And from both radars, we are still seeing some decent circulation with this storm. It does seem pretty broad at this moment, but, you know, if you live over there near 71, I would still be in your safe spots here south of Lyman. You want to come back over here into Nebraska and then check in on Iowa as well. Over here in Nebraska, we got $50 sized hail coming your way. Wait, is that $50 sized hail? Well, it's warned for 1-inch hail, but storm spotters reported $50 sized hail near Edison. That's going to be heading close to Atlanta. That is kind of moving off to the north, though. Should go north of Atlanta. There in Nebraska near Holdridge. And up here in Iowa, we have a lot of little severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing out here. This one has some ping pong ball sized hail near Rockwell City, Lake City, and Loreville. Then we got another one back over here near Colville with some ping pong ball sized hail. That's going to be moving off towards Lehigh. In Callender right now, there in Iowa. All these are north of Des Moines. This storm over here near Woolstock has $50 sized hail. And that will be coming through probably within the next 5 to 10 minutes. And then we got another couple of storms back over here with some 1-inch hail possible over there near Latimer and Hampton. And this storm, I feel like, has been in tornado warning for quite a bit of time. Brandon Kopic lost both headlights and his windshield. My goodness. You work at the prison? What? It's crazy. What is it like working at a prison? And look at that hail spike, though. My goodness. This is crazy. Big old hail spike out of this storm. Still warned for 4-inch hail, DVD-sized hail. Man, look at this view from Storm Runner Media. Little sunset back in there. Is hail important to the environment? I don't think so. Actually, you can kind of make the argument it could be. You know, like if you have like a tree that's like overgrown, can knock off some some tree limbs, maybe give some other little plants underneath the tree some extra light they didn't have before. I don't know. I can't imagine it having many positives. Not gonna lie. And also, we just got a new update on this storm. Still warned for 2-inch hail over here north of Dimmitt, Texas. Still hail core over Jumbo. I wonder how much hail is accumulated there in Jumbo. I bet you it's quite a bit. Hail core is making it into Nazareth as we speak. The worst of it might go just to the west, but there's a decent sized hail core in Nazareth, and you're probably going to see a couple of those 4-inch hailstones. Not going to lie. Brandon Koppick's still going. He probably is. Storm chasers don't quit easily. And I mean, I think a lot of these storm chasers are probably going to be getting hotels over here near Amarillo. Crazy thing is that the storm chasers really haven't driven much today. As you can see, these storms really have not been moving much. Just very slow, very large hail producing storms. MPing reported baseball hail near Nazareth. Okay, thank you. I'm still warned for freaking 4-inch hail. That's just still can't believe that. Man, latest scan really looks like this storm is starting to tighten up here, south and east of Matheson. No debris yet, but decent little velocity couplet here, pushing down still towards 71 south of Lyman. Really don't think there's many folks that live out here. Is there anybody that lives out here? I wonder how many people are in this warning other than Matheson itself. Let me see if there's any. Yeah, population of 197 on this tornado warning. Well, actually, it's 194 on this tornado warning. There's a nice photo of that one by Healy. Never touched down, but it was trying. You want to send it to me on Twitter? New update on this storm. Looks like they're going to be allowing it to expire. This warning right here. Yeah, this little bunch of storms is becoming quite the mess. Man, looks like we got like a little Fujiwara happening. What the heck? We've got like this storm moving this way, this one moving north, and this one moving back this way. What the heck? It's like they're all rotating around something. What's in there? Anything? Like they're orbiting each other. It is. It's kind of weird. Like if you zoom out, you can really see it. So we're getting some severe thunderstorm warnings now east of Lubbock. Wow, this one's got tennis ball sized hail near East Afton. Watch out there in Afton and East Afton. This storm has been upgraded to have tennis ball sized hail. A mini low pressure system. It kind of is, yeah. Also, another severe thunderstorm warning for this storm east of Hugo, Colorado, heading towards Wareland, Colorado. That's going to be for $50 sized hail there. How's Chaz been? He's good. He's a little annoyed. He's like, dude, I thought today was our hangout day. Latest scan here. Still a decent little area. Some tight circulation there. Still no debris signature, though. Here in Colorado. No love for Jojo Bean. Jojo Bean's not here right now. He got picked up by the parents. I miss him already. Forming one huge tornado, though, that would be crazy. I don't think that's how that works, but hey. Mother Nature can be weird sometimes. When is my Southern Ontario closed low? Probably in May. I mean, you guys get closed lows all the time. What are you talking about? Yeah, Safe Light should sponsor some of these storm chasers. And what the heck is happening over here near Rockwell? And they might throw a NATO warning on that. That's almost legitimate. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Let me see how it's progressed. Yeah, it's diving south and east, which is usually not a good sign in these kind of environments. It's interesting. There's a lot of hail there too. So that's hard to tell whether or not that's a legitimate signal, but I wouldn't be surprised if that got warned here in Iowa, near Lake City. New update over here in Oklahoma. Golf ball sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds with these storms near Hooker and heading up towards Tyrone. Also, maybe another round of hail coming into Guyman. Check back in on this storm. All right, they have dropped this storm back down to 2-inch hail. So we're no longer talking about that 4-inch hail anymore. But still some 2-inch hail possible near Nazareth. That's going to be continuing through 168 and heading pretty darn close to Arnie, Texas. What is that on Storm Runner Media's view? A little bit of a cloud back in there. Wow. It's a cloud, guys. So Pagey's done. All we got is Storm Runner Media left. People in Colorado even know what to do in a tornado? Probably not. I mean, they do get tornadoes every now and then. In fact, tornado warnings near Lyman, that seems to happen. So I think they got an idea. This isn't too crazy what's happening here. This just usually happens in like June. Little update on our tornado warning. Looks like they're going to be allowed. Looks like they have allowed it to expire. There we go. There we go, folks. But I think I'm going to pull it in. I think I'm going to, put it into for the night, guys. I'm going to log off here. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I don't think we've had a confirmed tornado today yet. Have we? No, I don't think we have. Maybe. Let me check the SPC storm reports before I get off. Storm reports. Be careful out there, folks. If you get put in a severe thunderstorm warning, make sure you're paying attention to the details of it. Because I wouldn't completely rule out some more large hail. I do think the extremely large hail threat, though, is probably passing as we speak. But yeah, no tornado reports, which is great news. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, having patience with me. I had to change my thumbnail, and honestly, just being awesome. I as bad as the weather gets, and as much as I don't enjoy that aspect of my streaming, hanging out with you guys is always a lot of fun. And I do appreciate all of y'all. And I just hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And I will probably see you. Hopefully not tomorrow. We'll see. It's a marginal risk, but I don't even know if I'm going to do a video tomorrow. I probably will. I don't know. I'm still debating it, but yeah. See you guys later. Huge shout out to the mods. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Peace.